In Western Pennsylvania, football isn't just a game, it's a tradition. Under these Friday night lights, it doesn't matter if you're from a small town like Beaver County or a big suburb like Robinson. Every team is playing for the same goal, to be crowned champions. It all starts tonight, opening night. All the hard work and preparation, the 2 days in the summer, that extra rep in the weight room now can be showcased in 48 minutes. Legends will be born, rivalries renewed, and the underdog awaits the upset. Communities will come together, and the fans, the band, and the cheerleaders are ready to support their school pride. This is more than just a game. This is our passion. This is our home. High school football is back in Steeler Nation. Here we go.
Thanks to Pittsburgh Steeler and Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Cam Hayward for helping us welcome you to the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. We're live from Thomas J. Burko Memorial Stadium, where it is the Montour Spartans hosting the Central Valley Warriors. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I am Matt Fargo, joined alongside the 2014 Post-Gazette Player of the Year, Johnny Patrician. Happy to have you along as we lift the lid on the 2024 high school football season. Montour and Central Valley. JP, football is back, and it's back in a big way with the Steelers showing what they've done for years and decades now in backing youth football, but doing it in a historic way now with the Game of the Week here on KDKA+.
Of course it's historic. We're here. I'm so happy to be here. Western Pennsylvania high school football is back. You know, I've been waiting for a long time. I can hear it tonight. I can smell it, and now we're going to see it.
Last time we talked to you, we were doing Central Valley and Aliquippa in the last game of the regular season. Now Central Valley gets the start against the Montour Spartans. All right, JP, let's take a look at the Giant Eagle players to watch. We'll start with Central Valley's Jance Henry, a plethora of Division I offers already as a sophomore.
Jance Henry Jr. isn't a speed back. He isn't a power back. He's a do-it-all back. Look at his vision right here on the cutback, and when he smells the end zone inside the 20, he's getting in there. He can break tackles, and he has breakaway speed, the best of both worlds.
And just a sophomore on this squad for Central Valley. Going to be fun to watch him. On the other side for Montour, Giant Eagle player to watch is Daniel Batch for the Spartans.
Daniel Batch had a great year last year, averaging 70 yards a game, and he had 10 touchdowns. He's what I call a one-touch guy. He can take a hitch, a 5-yard slant, one touch to the house. He doesn't need 3 catches on a drive. He might only need 1. But he's with an inexperienced quarterback, Trey Hopper, this year, so let's see how that affects him.
Yeah, the fact that Jake Wolf graduated, that's going to be a question mark. Let's take a look at the Post-Gazette rankings. PG putting out their top 5 every week. You can catch it on the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Here's the 3A power rankings, and no surprise, after 2 years of being up in 4A, Central Valley back in 3A. The last time Central Valley was in 3A, JP, they won back-to-back WPIAL championships. So the Warriors are back amongst some familiar foes. You see Avonworth and Beaver. What do you make of the top 5 there?
You know, like you said, Central Valley, I'm sure they're licking their chops to be in 3A. North Catholic's going to have a surprise year this year. And also teams that we don't usually see in the top 5. Avonworth had a great year last year, but Elizabeth Forward, watch for them to surprise some people.
On the other side, it's 4A. Montour stays in the classification and that they made to the semifinals, and you find them not in the top 5. Lucero and his Montour Spartans could play a little bit of a disrespect card that they're not, but you see who is at the top. It's the Aliquippa Quips. No big surprise there.
Nobody's surprised there. Also, McKeesport got some star power. Thomas Jefferson's always good. Mars got a great coaching staff and Eric Kasparovich. That's a pretty well all put together top 5 for 4A.
Yeah, it's going to be a gauntlet in 4A this season. There's no question about it. All right, now time for the Game Changers. All right, JP, let's take a look at the Game Changers presented by St. Vincent College. How to get a win here tonight?
The magic number for Jance Henry seems to be over or under 100 yards. Central Valley had 4 losses last year, and in 3 of them, he had under 100 yards. That's key for the Montour Spartans to keep him under that number tonight. And also, open field tackling is going to be key. It's a football fundamental, just like catching, just like blocking, that you need to practice and get reps, and they need to get the rust off tonight and tackling an opposite team. And also, finally, protecting the football is key, especially for Montour. Trey Hopper is an inexperienced quarterback, finally getting a start tonight. Jake Wolf, who was a 2,000-yard passer and also led Montour in rushing last year, is no longer here. Protecting the football is key for Montour and also key for Central Valley to not let Montour in the game.
All right, it's Montour. It is Central Valley, week 0 across the WPIAL. These two teams have met 10 times. The series is tied 5 games apiece. Neither home team has ever won. Will it be Montour at home, or will it be the Road Warriors? Find out when we come back with the Steelers High School Football Showcase coming up next.
Celebrate the start of football season at the Kickoff and Rib Festival at Acrisure Stadium, presented by Icy Light, August 29th through September 2nd. Admission is free. Enjoy national rib vendors, football, music, activities, and more. Visit acrissurestadium.com/ribfest for details.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons,
primary care sports medicine physicians,
board-certified physical therapists,
a comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion,
nutrition,
athletic training,
sports performance. Everything is right here that you need. We deliver that right to you.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
And he's buried. Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
Put it all on the line, put it all on the line. I know it's a time. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? Come on,
let's go, You better be ready, because here we go. Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Let's go down to the third member of our crew all season long. It's Susie Cole.
Thanks so much, Matt. Despite the Central Valley Warriors being bumped down to the 3A classification headed into this season, this game against the Montour Spartans was one that Warriors head coach Mark Lyons wanted to see on his schedule. There's respect between these two teams, and this game for the Warriors will help them understand the ebbs and flows that they're going to see throughout the course of the year as they try and navigate their way back to the top of Class 3A. Spartans head coach Lucero knows he's going to have his hands full when it comes to the Warriors tonight, but that's because he has a new offensive style this year with a new driver behind the wheel in quarterback Trey Hopper. So guys, I'm glad that school is back in session because it seems the Warriors have a new identity that they're trying to learn this year, while the Spartans are trying to take some notes on their offense tonight. Did you guys hear that? I think a bell's about to ring. Class is about to begin. Matt?
It definitely is, Susie, and JP, you can feel it. There is nothing like this feeling, the kickoff to start a season. We're ready for the 2024 WPIAL High School football season to kick off, and our Steelers High School Football Showcase is about to do the same.
It's like Christmas Eve, Matt. This is a series, a rivalry, if you will, that I consider it to be similar to Penn State and Pitt almost. They're in different conferences, and they should play every year.
They should, and I mean, they just were just a season ago in the same conference, and then, of course, the reclassification. Central Valley moves down to 3A, and, of course, the Spartans stay in 4, but they've played pretty consistently. We mentioned that series 10 times they've played since 2010. The series is tied 5 games apiece. They've met in the postseason twice, once in the WPIL championship. By the way, that was Central Valley's first year of existence when they went on that storybook run in 2010 to the WPIL championship, beating Montour, who had beat them earlier that season. And then they met the next year in the postseason where Montour got the best of the Warriors. So I mentioned going into the break there during pregame that neither home team has ever won in this series. It's always the road team to win. That's crazy, being that we played 10 games, 2 of them being in neutral sites, but the rest of them, the other 8, being the road team getting the dub, and that includes last year's 1-point win by Montour at Central Valley. It was a decision there that Central Valley tried to go for 2 in the win late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and Montour ends up with the 21-20 game. But some familiar players on that team from a season ago, some new faces that we'll get to see here tonight as well.
You know, Matt, that fun fact, by the way, that's your first fun fact of the night. I'm sure there's more to come.
Absolutely.
It is unbelievable. You can't make that up. And tonight, I think the away team is favored again. They have a lot of experience, a lot of talent coming back. The biggest question mark of this game will be, how does Montour replace Jake Wolf, who's a 2,000-yard passer and also led the Spartans in rushing last year? It's going to be in the hands of quarterback Trey Hopper, who is 4 of 6 in his career, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's inexperienced, but we'll see if he got it tonight.
And here come the Montour Spartans onto the field in front of the home fans here at Thomas J. Burko Memorial Stadium. The atmosphere always intense here at the home of the Spartans, a program that Lucero has created in his 20th season as head coach here at Montour. And a legendary coach will lead his Montour Spartans out to face another legendary coach on the other side of the field in Mark Lyons in his 15th season at Central Valley. And Central Valley mentioned, obviously, the well-documented history of the Warriors only being in existence since 2010, the merger of Center and Monaca. But since 2010, if you combine their record, they have the best winning percentage in WPIAL history.
That's something to be said right there. Yeah, both of these coaches are legendary in their own ways. Lucero, what I love about him, he's blue collar, he's old school. He had their whole team tonight wear shirts and ties to the stadium here tonight. I love that mentality.
It's a tradition that Lucero does. He says he wants to be the classiest team in school, and I think going off of Susie's opening line, I think that makes sense as well, that the Spartans, you know, that goes back to that look good, feel good, play good mentality that I know you love so much.
Love that. It's so true. It's so real. And tradition is one of the best parts about high school football. You have the band, you have the cheerleaders, you have the rivalries between schools, and wearing the shirt and tie to week 1 is just another one.
And we have Arthur Moats down on the field presenting the coin toss, former Pittsburgh Steeler. Get a chance to catch up with him later in the broadcast as the Pittsburgh Steelers supporting youth football and doing it in a big way, in a historic way with our broadcast this season. So excited to partner with the Steelers and Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and all of our partners to bring you the best of high school football, and all a team from every classification, 5 different counties, 20 different schools. We're going to be able to cover all of Western Pennsylvania, and it all kicks off here tonight with Montour and Central Valley.
Yeah, this showcase is great, Matt. It's great for the student athletes. It's great for the coaches. It's great for the communities. And tonight's just the start of it all.
Start of it all. It is week 0. Most WPL teams have decided that they're going to play that week 0 team. Some teams do opt to not play it. Aliquippa being one of them. They traditionally do not play a week 0 game. And our aerial coverage tonight brought to you by GBU Life. GBU Life presenting our aerial coverage, Protect What Matters Now. And the GBU Life blimp will be over wherever we are each week of this high school football season. So that's Central Valley. We'll put this on a tee. You see Arthur chopping it up with Steely McBeam and Lucero. There's Mozi in the building. He's fired up. We're fired up to get this Steel City showcase rolling along.
And Central Valley is doing exactly what I think they should. Force Montour to take the ball and force Trey Hopper to start the game. We're going to see if he has jitters or not real soon.
What's your moment? What's your feeling, JP? Beginning of a season, what were you, take me back to 2014, Johnny Patrician, when you ended up being the Post-Gazette Player of the Year. What are you thinking about before this ball gets teed up? Because normally you were back there to return kicks as well.
Yes, I was. I mean, you don't need to mention that I'm the PIAA all-time record holder for return touchdowns.
No, you do that yourself.
Of course. Just chills, man. Excited to go out there with your brothers, with your teammates, people that you grew up with, and that you're going to battle it out with tonight.
Don Pratt puts it, a boot into it. Here's the return for the Spartans. They will set up shop, first down at 10 after the return by Marcus Battles. And we will get to see Trey Hopper make his start here in front of the home crowd. And Montour gets the opportunity first on offense. And I would assume keeping it consistent, you have a script to abide by in this opening series and make things simple for the new quarterback for the Spartans.
Yeah, so Hopper right here, he's going to see their bread and butter plays, their plays that they've repped a million times over the past month. He should be comfortable here.
See the starting lineups there. Halajo in the backfield with Hopper, a one-handed snap read there that goes off the right side, and Hopper denied immediately.
Looked like some sort of miscommunication there on the first play. I don't know if the center and the rest of the offensive line were on the same page there. I think there was a miscommunication on the snap count.
Tyler Andrusek made the tackle. The other guy you got to watch for is Brendan Alexander along that Central Valley line. Also at linebacker, Mason Dixon. Jaden Underwood in the secondary along with Aaron Lawson. Ballhawks on that defense for the Warriors. Shotgun formation. And they hand it off. Halajo, broken tackle, sidesteps two men and bounces it to the numbers here on the near side. And he has the 45-yard line before finally being chased out of bounds. It is a Montour Spartan first down and our first Kelly Automotive first down of the season.
That has to be a sigh of relief for Hopper. Get your first down of the season by Halajo helping him out. The run game is crucial in this first quarter here for Montour to get some momentum and get some confidence.
Hopper sends Halajo to his right, trips to the top of your screen. And it's another carry for Halajo, who shakes off two. Help arrives and wraps and swarms. Central Valley is there. Mason Dixon arrives and wraps for the tackle. A loss of 4 on the play back to the 43-yard line.
The last thing you want to do if you're Montour, especially with an inexperienced quarterback, is lose yardage on first down. Now you're behind the sticks, and it's going to put Hopper in a passing situation on second or third down here coming up.
Second down, they call it 13 from the 43. Same formation for the Spartans, near side hash they operate. Halajo on a delayed handoff and right up the middle. Just shy of the first down sticks where he was pulled down from the leg. And we'll check the spot. That looks like they're going to give him a first down, and another first down brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
Halajo is getting downhill fast. He's getting to the second and third levels before Central Valley even knows it. Central Valley really runs a unique defense. I doubt Montour had too many looks against a defense like this throughout camp. I'm sure their scout team tried the best that they could. But there's really only 2 linebackers in the box for Central Valley. Montour's trying to spread them out and give Halajo room to work.
Mark Lyons calls it a hybrid 3-4. Is what they operate out of. But, yeah, a lot of different looks that can throw at you defensively. First down and 10 in Central Valley territory. They set up the screen pass to the far side, and A.J. Alston shakes off a tackler. Alston's inside the 30-yard line, finally pulled down. Another Montour Spartan first down.
Montour is just playing the simple numbers game here. Central Valley only had 2 defenders over 3 receivers, so they blocked 2 on 2, and the guy who caught the ball has room to work.
17 on the pass and catch. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Ball sits far side hash now as Halajou goes to Hopper's left. Halajou, the carry, and runs into an arm tackle that he cannot run out of from Brendan Alexander, the junior, highly recruited Central Valley Warrior. Boy, is that a broken record. Seems like every year, JP, they have somebody that is being well scouted.
Yep, I think of Robert Foster, I think of Jordan Whitehead, and those are just some to name a few.
Say no gain on the play. So second down and 10. Hopper double clutches, throws, got his money on the button hook. It's complete. James Bundridge on the reception for the Spartans. And he's 2 yards shy of another first down for Montour. But, boy, you got to love the balance from Lucero in this offense on this opening drive of the season.
I love how Cerro is giving Hopper his confidence right as we can watch it right here. Quick passes over the middle, screen passes. It's going to increase his confidence as the game goes on.
Third down 2. Bundridge, a senior, and Halajou gets the carry, and he has the first down and slides through for a couple more. Finally ending that run is Aaron Lawson coming up from the secondary to apply the lick, but it's not before Montour gets a first down, brought to you by Kelly Automotive, and they are inside the red zone. That is brought to you by Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union.
Halajou, 508 yards and 6 touchdowns last year. He's almost halfway to 100 yards already on this drive.
First down 10 for the Spartans at the Central Valley 13. Motion, Batch, Halajou the call, and there's 2 Warriors awaiting. And the one that ends up wrapping him up is Michael Cara, the junior.
I understand they want to continue feeding Halajou on this drive. He has the hot hand, but he looks a little gassed right now. His hands are on his knees.
That has to be a tough side from the mental side because you want the ball as a player, but when you keep going back, you still need an opportunity to get a breather.
No doubt about it.
Second down, 12 from the 16. Halajou right of Hopper. Hopper throwing, and a miscommunication there as receivers not looking for the intended incomplete pass. It was James Bundridge the closest to it.
Somebody ran the wrong route there. I think the outside receiver almost had a comeback or a hitch. They shouldn't have 2 go routes into the boundary there.
Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. Opening drive of the 2024 season with Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool. Matt Fargo with you. Hopper going to take off and run with it. And Hopper gets leveled out of bounds. A big-time hit by Aaron Lawson applied there.
You know, I like that from Hopper. That's an attitude play right there. He easily could have ran out of bounds, but he showed his team some toughness and some grit there.
You know, Montour fans are so used to Jake Wolf being running out of that quarterback position, was the team's leading rusher a season ago. But Hopper Lucero doesn't want him to run too often. Takes off there, but short, so it's 4th down and 9. Kicking unit comes out. So Braden Davin to put it through the poles, and it is up and good. Davin banks it home. 7:37 to go in our opening quarter. Montour on the board first in 2024. Come back with us. It's the Steelers High School Showcase presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things so you have room to dream.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
Potomac Furniture's factory authorized sale. Enjoy an additional discount on all Smith Brothers special order upholstery sofas, sectionals, recliners, and more. Come in and save now through early September. Route 19 McMurray or PotomacFurniture.com. Hurry before the extra savings are gone.
The student sections are ready for high school football to be back. That's the Central Valley student section, all decked out in red, white, and blue. Patriotic to start the 2024 high school football season. Our Steelers High School Showcase. First quarter action, Montour leads 3-0 over Central Valley. In case you missed it and just tuned in, alongside Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool, I'm Matt Fargo. Happy to have you along in our high school football coverage tonight to lift the lid on the 2024 high school football season on KDKA+. Second year bringing you high school football, and all around the WPIAL we will be this season.
You know, I think a field goal in high school football should be worth more than 3 points. That is really hard to do.
That's a hot take, JP, but yes.
To get the snap, to get the hold, and to get a kicker who can kick further than a 10-yard field goal, that's rare.
Well, we have two fantastic kickers in this game, as Braden Davin, after putting in that 29-yard field goal, puts a boot into this one, and special teams being important there, dumping Central Valley's returner Aaron Lawson behind the 20 and behind the 15. So pretty deep territory for the Central Valley Warrior offense to take the field first. Stephen Rutherford returns, the senior quarterback, with the sophomore running back Jance Henry. And we mentioned Brendan Alexander, the anchors on the line.
Central Valley has a lot going for them on offense. Obviously, it's a huge plus when you have a senior, experienced quarterback. Jance Henry, of course, doesn't hurt. He's arguably one of the best running backs in the WPIAL.
And he gets the bootleg as rolling out as Rutherford and throwing on the money. And just shaking away at the 30-yard line on the reception for Central Valley. Hauling in that pass. Conrad hauls in the pass. And it is a first down for the Warriors. And that first down's brought to you by our friends at Kelly Automotive.
And also, in addition to Henry, Central Valley has a three-headed monster at receiver. Between Hiltz, Connolly, and Lawson, they all had over 250 receiving yards last year.
There's Henry on the first carry of his sophomore campaign, and he's across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Talked a lot about Jance and what he did in his sophomore year, but also Mason Dixon is kind of the second head of that running back attack. We'll talk more about that after we take a look at the Montour starting defense. Habadell, Dombrowski, Caleb Platt's a guy to keep your eye on in the linebacking core. And you always got to look out when you see a DeMichael. Got to keep an eye out for it. One of the household names of WPIAL, no matter what sport you're talking about.
You mentioned number 24, Caleb Platts. I really like him. He impressed me in their game last year. He had 110 tackles on defense last year. He's the head. He's the quarterback of their defense.
Here's Rutherford. Gives it off to Henry one more time, and Henry lowers his shoulder across the 40 to the 43-yard line. It's A.J. Alston on the tackle for Montour.
You know, if you're Mark Lyons, I like the change-up to start this drive. I think everybody's talking about Jance Henry. Most people would have assumed he would have got the ball in the first play.
Yep.
But they throw it, they get Rutherford in open space, and throw a comeback 15 yards down the field.
First down at 10 from the 42-yard line. Motion out of the slot is Underwood. They give it to Henry, nothing available, and then he tries to make something available as he picks his way to the 45-yard line, and that was just all effort there from 2 to find a way to get something out of that didn't look promising.
I talked pregame about missed tackles. There's not going to be too many opportunities tonight for the Montour Spartans to tackle Jance Henry in the backfield. And Jance Henry is not going to go down on the first tackle either. It's going to take 2 or 3 Spartans to bring him down.
2nd down and 7 operating from the 45-yard line. Rutherford. Another call to Henry. And that first cut, one of the Spartans lost a helmet. And he's down at the 45-yard line for Montour. Dylan Rogers, along with A.J. Alston there.
The big boys are getting physical. Helmets are popping off. And that's a great sound. That's the sound of August, is pads popping, helmets clacking.
We're talking about Brendan Alexander playing both ways for Central Valley. Scholarship offers from Pitt, Penn State, West Virginia, Arkansas, Wisconsin, among others. Think he's pretty good.
Impressive, very impressive.
3rd down, 3 to go. Henry gets the call and a couple juke moves there, but Montour stays at home and they wrap and swarm to the 50, only a yard gain, so it will be 4th down and about 1.5 yards here for Central Valley.
We talked a lot so far about Central Valley's offense and how much they have coming back. I doubt they expected to get stopped on this first drive for them. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, this is, you never know what you want to do here. 4:35 opening quarter of the 2024 high school football season. Central Valley goes for it. Play action, pressure comes. Rutherford escapes. Rutherford to take off. Rutherford for the first down. A Houdini move by the senior to pick up the first down, brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
Great move and patience by Rutherford there. I love the play call. If you're going to go for it on 4th and 3, you have every play in your playbook. And as good as Jance Henry is, it's predictable that you're going to give it to him. You put the ball in the hands of your senior quarterback, and he can run it or he can throw it. Allow him to make that decision, and he made the right one.
The escapability of Rutherford on that one, just a shoelace away from being a sack and a turnover on downs. Instead, the drive stays alive for Central Valley, now in Montour territory. And now they give off for the first time this season the handoff to Mason Dixon, and we were talking about him, and I kind of alluded to him being the second head of that two-headed running attack. Mentioned Henry had 1,008 yards. Dixon had 819 yards. The two of them, JP, combined for 25 touchdowns last season.
Yeah, before Jance Henry sprung onto the scene last year, Mason Dixon was the guy on offense. But he has a very important role for the Central Valley team on offense and defense. He's our middle linebacker on defense.
We're under 4 minutes to go, opening quarter. Montour leads it 3-0. Montour made it to the WPIAL semifinals in Class 4A, ran into McKeesport in that game after downing Thomas Jefferson in the quarterfinal. Central Valley in the 4A playoffs last year lost to Mars. 2nd down and a play action. Rutherford throwing, it's tipped and intercepted! What a catch! Daniel Batch! How did he do it? A tip drill.
Great technique there. Great technique there by Batch. He's wearing number 0. That's a great number. He's a threat on offense, and he's showing you his skills on defense too. Tipped it to himself, undercut the route perfectly. And that's a risk, because if you undercut it and you don't get it, that receiver's going to score a touchdown.
That was so good, we got to take a break. 3-0 Montour. Central Valley leads it in the Steelers High School Showcase, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Steelers Style. Presented by Neighborhood Ford Store, PNC, UPMC, and UPMC Health Plan. Watch our players, coaches, and special guests walk the runway to raise money for Steelers charities. Get your tickets at Steelers.com/Steelers Style.
Hi, my name's Nathan Holmes, and I'm the owner of Three Rivers Grown. The way Three Rivers Grown works with local farms, we help them get their products to market. We have these farmers who are committed to growing the very best produce that they can, picked the day before and delivered to the store the next day. Giant Eagle's mission, beyond the relationship with local farms, they're also looking for us to help source the best quality stuff. I'm Nathan Holmes, and this is my Giant Eagle.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by UPMC Sports Medicine, by GBU Life, by Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, by Giant Eagle, grocery shopping made easy. Coming to you from Montour High School, you see the shadows of downtown Pittsburgh on a Friday night in Western Pennsylvania. We welcome you back to the Steelers High School Showcase. First quarter action, Montour back with it after that turnover, and they open up the passing game as Hopper fires in and completes his pass to A.J. Alston. Another reception for 6, and another Montour first down brought to you by our friends at Kelly Automotive.
A.J. Alston is limping a little bit after that play. That's not a good sign if you're Hopper, but a great throw to start the drive. And let's talk about the change of events there for Montour. They stopped Central Valley on their first drive of the season, a big interception. That's a huge momentum change for Montour.
First down at 10 for the Spartans. Halajo the call. Makes one miss, makes a second miss, and he's into the second level of that Central Valley defense as he's just a few yards shy of a fresh set of downs. And Central Valley's Adam Sherrods on the tackle.
Crucial down here for both teams. We haven't had a punt yet. Let's see what happens here on second and third down. Montour going with the look here. They want to see what Central Valley's defense is showing.
They do hand it off. Halajo the call and protecting the football as he carries it forward for another first down.
I'll tell you exactly what Montour's strategy is on offense. They're coming up to the line of scrimmage, and they are reading the Sam linebacker on Central Valley, who is the spur in Mark Lyons' defense. If he's out of the box, they're going to run the ball. If he's in the box, they're going to throw it to the perimeter.
First down at 10, brought to you by Kelly Automotive. Throw out and complete it again to Alston. Alston lowers his shoulder, and he's right at the first down stick. Nastic on the tackle. Nine and a half, I think they're going to give him. I don't think they're going to give him the first down. Second down and less than a yard. This time they hand it off to Daniel Batch. And Batch gets the carry.
That action by Halajo there is trying to get one of the linebackers out of the box for Central Valley.
Okay, so it was a first down? Or now it is a first down? There's some confusions on the sticks on the far side. They're going to call that was a first down.
They almost used Halajo there as a decoy.
Batch trying to bounce it to the outside. He got the corner. Batch a first down and tackled on the far side. Slicing in for Central Valley was Makai Ahmed. There is a flag down. First time see a hanky down here on
Batch showing off the speed there. A little bit faster than our friend Charlie Batch. No relation.
Number 60, blocking the back on the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
On perimeter run plays like that, it's so easy for the officials to see holding or blocking the back when these offensive linemen are running towards the sideline and the perimeter. It's in broad daylight. They can't hide it like they can when they're in the box.
Yeah, that looked so promising for Central Valley and then ended up being a positive play for Montour. And normally when those two things happen, something happened to allow that. Hopper threw in and out of the hands, Batch, the intended receiver, incomplete.
The timing a little bit off there. You'd love to see Batch get his head around because Hopper put that ball in a good spot.
You know, talking with Lucero about Trey Hopper and taking over the starting role, he said, this is a guy that has paid his dues. He waited 3 years behind Jake Wolf, and now he wants to step in. He's a senior. He wants the opportunity. And, you know, while some may look at that as a negative, sometimes that guy that steps up as a senior and has all of that experience turns out to be a big-time positive.
And their team respects that. I love those stories. A lot of people would have quit in that situation, but he waited his turn, and now he's shining.
He shines here, delivering a ball again to his favorite receiver of the night. It's another reception for A.J. Alston and another Montour Spartan first down, brought to you by Kelly Automotive.
A.J. Alston last year averaged 70 yards a game, and he's right on par for that in the first half. 815 yards, 10 touchdowns on the season. He's going to be the favorite target for the Spartans.
First down and 10 from the 30. Halajo from the left side gets the call one more time. And picks his way to the 25-yard line, picks up 5.
Halajo's ready for this workload. He knew with Jake Wolf graduating that he was going to get more touches on offense.
And that's the way the first quarter of the 2024 high school football season comes to a close. Montour has a 3-0 lead over Central Valley. Come back with us for the Steelers High School Football Showcase Game of the Week, second quarter, presented to you by Giant Eagle and the Post-Gazette right here on KDKA+.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or a school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
It's more than a move. It's a new job for her. A new baseball team for him. And for Badger, it's a new yard with more room to roam. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
Potomac Furniture's factory authorized sale. Enjoy an additional discount on all Smith Brothers special order upholstery sofas, sectionals, recliners, and more. Come in and save now through early September. Route 19 McMurray or PotomacFurniture.com. Hurry before the extra savings are gone.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Macero Construction, by Herc Rentals, by Kelly Automotive, by La Roche University. Be your authentic self. And we welcome you back to Thomas J. Burko Memorial Stadium on the campus of Montour High School. Second quarter of our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. All presented to you by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
We got a blimp. We got aerial coverage.
It's all brought to you by GBU Life, JP.
This production is legit.
It's because you're here.
No, don't say that.
Montour leads at 3-0 over Central Valley. Leads in the yards department as well. 125-43 yards between these two clubs. And obviously Central Valley's one drive cut short on the fantastic interception.
I love Montour's game plan so far, and it's evident. Long, drawn-out drives. They're not going for any home runs. They're just nickel and diming Central Valley right down the field. 5-yard gain, 10-yard gain, 5-yard gain, 10-yard gain.
Second down and 5 to open up the second quarter. Hopper, screen pass, get it out into some space. And there goes Olsen. Olsen is into the end zone, but there was a flag down. And this one is going to come back.
I hate to rain on the parade here, but it's going to be holding on the perimeter. And it was right where all the action was, just as we were talking about. When you hold on the perimeter, those zebras are going to see it 10 times out of 10. The zebras, also known as the officials.
Take a look at the UPMC Sports Medicine Instant Replay.
But A.J. Alston,
there it is.
He could still put that on his highlight tape.
That was Daniel Batch getting caught with his hands in the cookie jar, if you will. So second down and 12 after the penalty back at the 32. Trips tight set. Play action. Hopper rolling, scrambling, throwing. Got his man. It's Batch for the first down at the 15-yard line. The patience from this quarterback.
Central Valley went with man coverage there on the back end. And when you go with man coverage, the rush or your defensive line has to get home. You can't allow Hopper to extend the play because those guys on the back end can't cover for 8 seconds.
First down, Montour. Kelly Automotive brings it to you. On a first down at 10, we get whistles. And we get Lucero saying he wants to talk about things here at the timeout mark. We'll burn one as well. It's the Steelers High School Showcase. We'll be back with more on KDKA Plus.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Get up and active with the Steelers at the 36th Annual Run Walk. Participate with your friends and family on Labor Day to help benefit the Chuck Knoll Foundation and Art Rooney Scholarship Fund. Learn more and register now at Steelers.com/runwalk.
Second quarter action here from Montour. The Spartans lead the Warriors 3-0. 2024 high school football season gets all kicked off here in the WPIAL tonight. Postcard perfect night for football.
This red zone opportunity here is vital for Montour. They can go up 2 scores, get some momentum going forward, and they took a lot of time off the clock.
For Montour, they want to put 6 in here. They want to capitalize. They had a great first drive, and they did get points, but only got 3.
Keep an eye on Caleb Platts here. They like targeting him in the red zone.
Halajoe bouncing it. Halajoe lowers his shoulder, and he's out of bounds. Just shy of the goal line. They're going to say he stepped out at the 4. First down and goal, Spartans.
They're hurrying up the pace a little bit here. Looking at the UPMC replay. Nice vision by Halajoe to bounce it outside.
Halajoe one more time, fighting his way down to the 1.
The Montour offensive line needs to get in there and push him in. When there's a scrum like that on the 1-yard line, the offensive line needs to jump in there.
Oh my goodness! Alexander denies Hopper. Oh my goodness, JP.
Alexander with great instincts there. He knew the quarterback sneak was coming. Everybody did because they went under center. And they went hurry up a little bit. They tried to catch him off guard, but Alexander was ready for it. Perfectly anticipated the snap.
That gets added to the huddle tape next week. Third and goal now from the 2. They go back to the gun. Batch to the right. Halajoe motions out of the backfield. Batch gets the call, slips, dives, and he's in. Touchdown, Montour. Daniel Batch from 2 yards away for the Spartan touchdown.
I love the play call by Lou Cerro and company. Drew it up perfectly. They put 2 running backs in the backfield, Batch and Halajoe, and they motion Halajoe out pre-snap, almost as a decoy like we saw last drive, and it leaves a lot of space for Batch.
Batch has over a dozen Division I offers to his own right. Davitt on to attempt the extra point.
Lefty kicker.
And he puts it through the poles. 10:15 to play in our second quarter. The Steelers High School Showcase. And the Spartans have the early 10-0 lead here in the second quarter. Come back with us on KDKA+.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Celebrate the start of football season at the Kickoff and Rib Festival at Acrisure Stadium, presented by Icy Light, August 29th through September 2nd. Admission is free. Enjoy national rib vendors, football, music, activities, and more. Visit AcrissureStadium.com/ribfest for details.
College isn't for everyone. But from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better. PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits. Imagine having 0 student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
I'm Albert Lin. I'm Chief of Shoulder Surgery at UPMC. I chose orthopedics because we have a chance of making really positive impacts on people's lives to get people back to whatever it is they want to do, whether that's their job, whether it's sports, whether it's just raising their hands so that they can put on their shirt. Everything that we do is driven towards improving patient care and patient outcome. World-renowned care, world-renowned surgery, world-renowned experts in everything. That is really what sets UPMC apart.
Tonight's aerial coverage is presented by GBU Life. Protect what matters now. Beautiful look at the campus of Montour's area school district. Robinson, McKees Rocks, Kennedy, all combining for the Montour School District. Fielded from the 7 and across the 25, and a convoy there pushing across the 30. As Central Valley will get things rolling here on offense after that return by Aaron Lawson.
They need to get things rolling. Montour has all the momentum and confidence right now, which is what Central Valley didn't want. A little disappointing showing from Central Valley's student section.
It's going after him already, JP.
High school football, man. Student sections are one of the best things about it.
The Lion's Den, as they call it. As Henry gets the carry, and there is a flag well behind the play, but thrown in that area that offensive linemen do not like to see. But no need to speculate. We'll wait for the ref to articulate.
Nice rhyming.
Dropping bars all year, JP. Buckle up.
Holding, number 50 on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
That is a drive killer for Central Valley. First play of the drive, you get a 10-yard run by Jance Henry, and instead of looking at 1st and 10 moving forward, you're looking at 1st and 20.
Ball sitting at the 23, first down for the Warriors out for that penalty. They give it off to Henry. Montour does a nice job swarming to the football.
Looks like Coach Mark Lyons for Central Valley said, all right, let's run the same play. Worked well the first time, but we held. So let's run it again, but don't hold. And it didn't plan out as well.
Caleb Platts, among others, on that tackle. Back to pass. Rolling out Rutherford now. Rutherford conducting traffic, and now he'll take off and run with it. Pick up a couple on that scramble, but you know, sometimes, JP, you like that as a coach, to not throw anything into danger and just take what you could get.
Don't force it, live to see another down, and he gets some positive yardage. Those are some of the benefits when you have a dual threat quarterback like Rutherford.
Rutherford thrown for 1,347 yards last year, 11 touchdowns, also rushed for 445 yards and 10 more on the ground one season ago. And he'll go back to pass on third down, and a tall ball that's tipped and caught by Henry, and he pushes forward. He'll still be short of the marker, but a tall ball that was pulled down there by Henry. It will still bring up fourth down in about 4 coming up.
They call football the game of inches, and they matter on that play. If Rutherford puts the ball right on Henry's numbers, they're probably getting a first down. But him having to tip it up to himself gave Montour time to rally to the football.
Fourth down, full house, they're going for it. And they get it! What a call to Henry on 4th down, deep in enemy territory. They were deep in their own territory and were able to hand it off and pick up a Kelly Automotive first down. How about it?
Great play design there. Everybody in the world thought Central Valley handed it off to the fullback, but Mark Lyons had that one in his back pocket. You go into every game as a coach with a couple 4th down plays ready to be used.
He went old school on that one. And Henry gets the carry this time out of the shotgun, picks up 2.
Montour has done a pretty good job so far being able to contain Henry.
Mark Dombrowski, among others, on the tackle there for Montour as it's 2nd down at 8. 7:45 on a moving second quarter clock. Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week here on KDKA+.
Matt, we've talked a lot about Central Valley's offense being experienced, but Montour's defense is just as experienced.
Keeping is Rutherford, and there was nothing doing. Swarming to that ball there was Dylan Rogers, the junior.
Montour's defense returned all of their top 4 tacklers from last year, and everybody in their secondary is a senior. Usually it's almost an unwritten rule or a trend in high school football. The more seniors you have on the field, the better your team's going to be.
Yeah, Montour returned 9 starters on defense from last year's team. Rutherford rolling. Sets it up. And completed at the 50-yard line. Nice grab in traffic.
I like how Central Valley is getting Rutherford on the run with these bootlegs and open space, giving him the option to throw it downfield or tuck it and run it.
Shearer made that catch, and now it's 4th down as we take a look at it again here on the replay.
Well, Mark Lyons went for the first 2 4th downs they faced, so why not do it again?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even as bad to turn it over here if you don't get it. That same formation. Henry gets the call. They go off the right side this time, and there's nothing available. Montour swarms. It's a turnover on downs.
I really don't like that play call, Matt. On 4th and 5, as good as Henry is, I love to put the ball in the hands of Rutherford. Allow him to be a decision maker, pass it, throw it, or excuse me, that's the same thing. Throw it or run it. Everybody in the world thought Henry was going to get the ball right there with 3 running backs in the backfield, and there was too many people there in the scrum of things. It was just stuffed from the jump.
Let's go down to the sidelines to Susie Cool. Susie.
Thanks so much, Matt. Yeah, Central Valley head coach Mark Lyons is really happy with the way that quarterback Steve Rutherford has come along. He's way more comfortable with his game this year. He knows what he's doing, and he can give the Warriors some free reign, get them out of a plane into a new plane. We're seeing that here right now. He's really taken the offseason by the horns, and he ran with it. And Lyons is confident that he can take the leash off of Rutherford a little bit, especially with the play that he's displaying here tonight. Matt?
Thanks, Susie. Unfortunately for Rutherford, Montour's put the leash on him tonight.
Yes, they have. And to Susie's point, that's what allows your players to play their best, most confident football from a coach. You know, when you give them room on the leash to be themselves and they're not afraid to make mistakes, that's when they're going to be the most productive.
And I feel like that's how high school football typically works is, you know, the more that a coach can trust you, the more freedom and reign you can get. And certainly Rutherford has earned that in his career. Montour, however, on a 2nd down now and 10. Hopper, play action, dumps it off and getting tripped up. Nice job there to toss that one forward to Caleb Platts. Senior gets the carry, or gets the yards after catch, if you will, to the 45, and it will bring up 3rd down and 4.
Really, it was the perfect play call there for Montour versus the look that Central Valley brought. The field blitz, and they sneak Platts out into the flat. Central Valley's lucky Montour didn't get more yards on that play.
Central Valley takes
Timeout.
a timeout. We'll
Central
burn
Valley,
one as well.
first
It's
of
the
the half.
Steelers High School Showcase, and we'll be back on KDKA+.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBA Life.
What does it do?
It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends.
What's so great about that?
My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBA Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more.
Oh.
You might be interested in a GBA Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, by the Waterfront, by Two Men and a Junk Truck Pittsburgh, by Panera Bread, the 93rd season of Montour football celebrated 60th anniversary of the WPIAL championship. And a lot of history athletically here at Montour, and things are heating up. 10-0 Spartans lead the Warriors here at the Steelers Showcase.
That's pun number 2 so far for Matt Fargo.
You will always keep track, won't you?
It's hard to keep track because there's going to be a lot more.
That's true. That is true. Third down for Montour, 3rd and 4. 5:23 here in the second. And Hopper and the rest of this Montour squad looks over to the near sideline with the check with me.
So with this strategy, Central Valley needs to really focus and be smart that they don't show their card too early.
And it's Halajo trying to bounce it outside, and great containment by the Central Valley defense. There's a flag down as well. We'll check that. Senior BJ Nastic comes in to make another tackle. Talked about him a couple times tonight.
Holding, number 9 on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Montour had a great opportunity there to get some points on that drive with field position. Starting on the 50-yard line. Good job by Central Valley to put the fire out.
Yeah, that was an important one to douse, no doubt.
First punt of the game, right?
Is Lawson went back to return this one, but he will not get a chance to do so. Hey, for the latest news in high school football across Western Pennsylvania, go to Post-Gazette-Postgazette.com. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, an official partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the Post-Gazette game of the week. Mike White in the house tonight. You know it's a big game when Mike's in the house.
I like Mike White. Good guy. And so far tonight, the team that has the same color as the Steelers is playing better than the other team.
Thanks, JP. First down and 10. Henry. No, it's Mason Dixon. And Mason Dixon bounces to the 39-yard line.
Mason Dixon, great name. I know we said the same thing last year. Front runner for the all-name team here.
Crossed a few lines on that run.
Yep. I bet his name had to come up a lot in social studies class and history class coming up.
Yeah, we're talking to Mark Lyons about Mason being an all-namer. Rolling is Rutherford, looking to square his shoulders and fire, and he overthrows maybe intelligently, but there is a flag down. Check with the officials on that.
Going to be another holding, I think.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
I was wrong. And that penalty is really just a product of Rutherford scrambling. Lineman got downfield on accident. But CV's going backwards on this drive so far.
Yeah, it's second down and 7 now. Ball at the 34. Carry for Mason Dixon one more time to the 38.
This is a big play upcoming here, Matt. Third and manageable in your own territory. I wouldn't imagine that they would go for it again on their side of the field. They haven't had a first down in a while. They have no momentum. They need a spark.
Rutherford going under center, going fullback dive. How about the old school ball to get the first down? A Kelly Automotive fresh set after the Mason Dixon first down.
Central Valley went old school there, and their mindset is we are bigger and stronger than you up front. And that's exactly what they showed right there.
Back to pass. Rutherford steps up, looks right, fires that way, and Henry can't haul it in. Incomplete.
There's been some blown coverages on Montour's side, and Central Valley hasn't been able to capitalize on it. Both times that Henry has gone into the flat here, nobody has gone with him. He's wide open all by himself. If they complete that pass, he's going to have room to run.
Now it's second down and 10 at the 42. 3:09 to play first half. Shell halftime show coming up at the end of the first half with Susie Cool. Going to get a chance to talk with our good friend Carlos Zofko, Whippeal insider himself. Rutherford throwing and can't complete the pass. Incomplete. There is another flag down. Aaron Lawson, the intended receiver for Central Valley.
Well, somebody on Montour's coaching staff noticed the same thing I did because they fixed their mistake right there.
Alley. That's a warning, boys. Everybody out of the white. Here we go.
And you know, one of the reasons why high school football is so awesome, Matt, is it's unpredictable. Who would have thought that with a senior quarterback, 3 experienced wide receivers, and arguably the best running back in the Whippeal, that they'd be shut out so far in the first half?
But as the fans of Central Valley will say, you always have a chance with Chance. He can hit that big play, break that, get right back on the scoreboard. And what a route jumped! Oh, wow! Nino DeMichael out of nowhere! Oh, there's a flag down.
I think it's going to be a celebration or taunting penalty after the play, but he deservingly so. That was an unbelievable play.
Oh, yeah, you can't do the second part of that.
And, it was the right read by Rutherford, but it's just a long throw. They were on the opposite hash, and he's throwing that ball outside the numbers on the opposite side of the field.
So Montour, with under 3 minutes to go, has a chance to expand their 10-0 lead. Short field gets a little longer because of the 15-yard penalty. They'll start on their own side of the 50 at the 48. But a mental lapse there from DeMichael, but an absolute fantastic play by DeMichael to set his team up and his offense up with an opportunity here to add to their 10-0 lead.
Fantastic play. If only it was NFL rules and he could have got back up after he fell down.
Yeah.
He would have got 6. So far, Montour's defense has been the star of the show with 2 interceptions and 1 fourth down stop. And that was my game changer at the beginning of the game, Matt. Protect the football, and Central Valley has not been able to do that so far.
How about that, JP? You're a sunset guy.
Love sunsets. Great setting out here.
That's one of the best places to watch a high school football game here at Montour. West Hills of Pittsburgh. Hopper has time. Throws in and out of the hands of Daniel Batch, who might have had room to operate there.
I'll tell you what, Matt, pregame the storyline was how experienced Rutherford was, and the question mark was going to be, can Hopper keep up with him? And so far, Hopper looks like the experienced one. He's not making any mistakes. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very impressed with Hopper, and it to this point, the tape has certainly told the tale of what Lucero expected out of him through camp and what he was able to do in the spot starts that he's had. Big opportunity. You're a senior and first game of the season. You're on TV. All of those things are going in your mind. Pittsburgh Today Live was here this morning interviewing players early this morning.
And
a chance to
delay
talk
of the game.
with them.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And they interviewed you. Tell us about that.
They also interviewed Mike Marchinski and Joe Lofton of the Steelers. Awesome chance to talk a little bit about what we're going to do all year and this great partnership with the Pittsburgh Steelers and an historic partnership doing a game broadcast every week this season. As this one gets tipped into the air and goes incomplete.
That was a bullet. Hopper put some heat on that one.
Trey Hopper, good size for a quarterback, 6'4", 175 pounds, has a 3.8 GPA. One of the 2024 captains, gonna let it fly, but this time lets it fly too far, and it goes incomplete. Oh, Central Valley's Jaden Underwood was playing center fielder and wasn't able to come up with it as the receiver turned defensive back on that play.
Yeah, Hopper, he needs to thank Batch after this play because it should have been an interception, and Batch turned to cornerback and broke this play up here. But another miscommunication, it seems, between the quarterback and receiver. Batch was not on the same page as Hopper there.
2:32 to go here in the second. It's a 4th down and 20, and as big as it would have been for Montour to score, bigger than Central Valley closed the door on this drive. Keep their chances alive with 2 minutes and 28 seconds left, and this punt's going to take a nice roll with it.
Nice punt there. The kicking game for Montour has been pretty good so far.
It's Braden Davin once again, senior special teamer. Warriors take over 219. JP, from an offensive schematic standpoint for the Warriors, what are you looking for them to do in this drive, knowing that they love to put points on the board here late in the half, take some momentum with them into the locker room, getting on the board, but also being wary enough to not allow Montour, not throw another turnover, cost them more points before going into the locker room?
Yeah, the first key of this drive is a positive play on first down. They've been shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and negative yardage plays on first down.
Back to pass. Rutherford thinking about it, and now he's going to take off and run with it. Run out of bounds. Thought about going deep, and I think he might have had somebody downfield, JP.
If Rutherford just would have kept his eyes downfield a half second longer, he had a man streaking wide open, but that would have been a hard throw to make.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd down and 5.
But there we go. Positive play on first down. Get out of bounds, stop the clock. That's a perfect way to start a drive if you're Central Valley. They need to get points on this drive, and if you're Montour, you can't give them any room to breathe.
Rutherford with pressure. There's that no room to breathe. Goes incomplete, and it's 3rd down just like that.
But smart play by Rutherford. You can tell he's an experienced veteran. Gets rid of the ball and throws it away instead of taking a sack.
Great crowd on hand tonight. Thomas J. Burko Memorial Stadium. Montour student section in full force. Back in black theme tonight. Very nice. Rutherford fires and got his receiver on the near side. Hauling that one in. Jaden Underwood, the senior.
Move the sticks. They finally have some momentum. They have some rhythm.
Montour's going to burn a timeout here, their second of the half.
And if you're Lucero, you got to tell your defense, we got to close out this half without allowing Central Valley to get points on the board.
Coming up at halftime, it's the Shell Halftime Show with Susie Cool. It'll be Susie breaking down the first half as we will get you ready for Whippio Insider's top 10 players to watch in the showcase. All players featured in our games this season. Carlo will break them down. We also will take a look at the full schedule of our Steelers High School Showcase.
And if anybody knows Whippio football, it's Carlo Zovko.
Oh, my goodness. The insider is the best. Highest completion percentage at Central Catholic, I think, is that his claim to fame?
It is. And he's told many people about it.
I think on this very program, perhaps.
Yes, but it's something to be proud of.
I just got a bunch of legends on this broadcast. You, Susie, Carlo, this JRM production crew, they're all all-stars. First down at 10, Rutherford. Throwing incomplete. Trying to find Brady Knoll.
Montour's secondary is putting the clamps on the receivers for Central Valley so far. The 4 seniors are doing their part.
I mean, like a blanket, James Bundridge goes underappreciated. He was in the back pocket, 3-year starter.
Yeah, it's
Lucero says he's most consistent, GP.
That's exactly what you want to see on that play. He ran the route for the receiver.
Rutherford on the money. First down. And a flag thrown late after Aaron Lawson got the pass. Maybe a late hit that will add 15 to this and give Central Valley room to operate.
I think they're going to call a late hit. You're right, Matt, but I don't know if that's the right call. It was a big hit by Platts on the sideline, and you hate to see that happen if you're Montour.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds against the defense. That's 15 yards from the end of the run.
He's 2 or 3 steps. I mean, that's a tough play for anyone at any level to really pull up in that moment.
Right.
But he was in the white. That's a Kelly Automotive first down.
That's a killer in this situation.
Yes, yes. Option play for Rutherford. He'll keep. Get to the corner. Rutherford knocked down. They will mark him a yard short at the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the Rutherford run.
Central Valley's in a good spot here. They have 2 timeouts left. No reason to panic.
I like going run there, too.
I like giving Rutherford the option.
Second down, 1. Chance Henry reverses field, has the first down, is inside the 25 to the 24.
Call timeout.
Kelly Automotive first down, and JP, you got your wish.
Nice cutback there. Bye-bye.
His first and second steps, I'm so impressed with.
Yeah, he has patience, but at the same time, he gets downhill quickly. Great vision. We've seen that cutback a couple times now.
Timeout with 52 seconds to go in this first half. Aerial view from our friends at GBU Life.
First down here, if you're Central Valley, on the 25-yard line, you could take a shot in the end zone. And if it's incomplete, it stops the clock anyways. Henry has the hot hand right now. This is Central Valley's best drive of the game so far, but that 15-yard penalty helped a lot.
This chess match between Mark Lyons and Lou Cerro, 2 of the best in the WPIAL. Henry to get the corner. He does. Lowers. Big collision there as Daniel Batch and Henry collide.
You would love to see Henry get out of bounds there. He had the opportunity to. I don't think he thought about it, but they're going to have to burn another timeout.
I don't think they are because there's an injury. Oh, no, they are going to burn one. You're right, JP. I thought there was an injured Montour Spartan down. There is, but he's actually conveniently for Montour injured on the sideline.
Right.
So Central Valley did have to burn that timeout.
And, you know, Henry's still only a sophomore, but you would love to see him get out of bounds there instead of taking that 1 or 2 extra yards. It's not worth the wasted timeout.
We're going to take a quick timeout and see this from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Want to get gear direct from the team? Shop all things black and gold at the official Steelers Pro Shop located at Acrisure Stadium. Get the latest sideline apparel and hats, jerseys of your favorite players, authentic memorabilia, custom gear, and exclusives you can only find here. Don't forget, you aren't game day ready without a terrible towel. The Steelers Pro Shop has everything you need to be part of the legendary Steelers Nation. Come experience the Acrisure Stadium shopping environment or shop online at shop.steelers.com.
Let's go down to Susie. She might have an update on that injured player.
Thanks so much, Matt. Yeah, Kumadilli went down after that last play. He was over here on the sidelines. A couple of athletic trainers came over to check him out. He was sitting on the ground. It looked like he got hit in the chest pretty hard. He shook his head a couple of times. Spartans head coach Lucero came over, checked in on him. Madilli got right back up, and he's standing over here on the sidelines right now. Good to go. Matt?
Thanks, Susie, as Henry is into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Valley. A chance with Jance. Warriors on the board.
Give Jance a chance. Let him dance downfield. I talked about it pregame. When he gets inside the 20, he has a nose for the goal line. He's going downhill fast, and one tackler is not going to bring him down.
Henry's first touchdown of his sophomore campaign. There was a flag down. Came very late in the Montour huddle on this extra point attempt. So I have to imagine maybe something said.
Maybe, but right there, Henry showcased many different attributes that you love to see in your running back. Speed, quickness, the ability to break tackles. He has a low center of gravity, great balance. He's bouncing off guys. And finally, and most importantly, he has a nose for the end zone.
Quite the conference right now amongst officials.
And Matt, you have to think back about that late hit call. That really extended this drive for Central Valley.
Great point, JP.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul. Number 2 on Montour. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
And that's DeMichael's second personal foul call, so he needs to be careful.
Got to keep your composure in a game like this. It's going to go down to the wire. You can't be giving up 15-yard penalties.
Another look at the touchdown for Jance Henry.
And just like that, Central Valley is back in the game. It was looking so bleak for them for a moment.
Tom Pratt, the sophomore kicker, who Mark Lyons told me comfortable with putting out there at 45. He has kicked 60-plus in practice and has no problem putting that one into the parking lot. 34 seconds to go, and you said it, JP, a total momentum flip here towards the end of the first half. Central Valley now down 3, and kind of a reverse of what you saw. I wasn't here, but when you saw Montour and South Fayette play here last year, it was South Fayette with all the momentum much of the first half, and then Montour kind of roared back in the second half and had an epic ending to Lucero's 200th win last year.
You're right. So Montour gave up the momentum, and Central Valley gets the ball at the beginning of the second half too.
Mentioned the coaching greats. Lyons in his 15th season at Central Valley. Lost 3 straight WPIAL titles when he was a head coach at Monaca. Also coached at Mount Pleasant, and then won 3 straight at Central Valley, including 2 state championships and 3 straight appearances in state titles. JP, Central Valley and Mark Lyons have lost 7 games in the last 5 seasons.
Wow. That is hard to beat if you're another school in Western Pennsylvania.
144-35, Central Valley is all time. If you're wondering about Montour, 464 and 354 in 20. Of course, Spartans have been around a hair longer than the Warriors.
20 ties.
20 ties.
Wow. Yeah, Mark Lyons has turned Central Valley into one of the most consistent programs in the WPIAL. They're good year in and year out.
Yeah, I don't think there were too many teams in 3A that were excited to see the Warriors dropping back down to 3A.
Yeah, I doubt it. But if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Amen. After that penalty on Montour, so the kickoff will now be at the 45-yard line. So an opportunity here to boot this one out of the back of the end zone. Have to imagine for Tom Pratt.
Opportunity for him to show off his leg. Did he put it through the uprights?
Did that go through?
You don't get too many opportunities to do that.
And arena football, that's one, right?
Yeah.
He did do that.
Let's see that replay there. UPMC sports medicine replay. That should be the first play on his highlight tape.
Right, here you go.
But I almost disagree with that decision. It would be great to take advantage of that penalty, try to pin Montour back deep. You still have a timeout. There's a chance they can get the ball back.
34 seconds. Montour's not going to give them that chance.
smart.
And Spartans are going to go into the locker room with a 3-point advantage, 10-7. You just knew between these two programs, didn't matter how things started, it was going to get gritty. And it certainly has here in the second quarter, and we have a 3-point ball game going into the break.
Yeah, for about 90% of that first half, Montour played as clean as a football as they possibly could. It's just that last 10%, that last drive that hurt them.
Let's go down to the sidelines. Susie has Lucero.
Thanks so much, Matt. Coach, you talked about how quarterback Trey Hopper was taking the driver's seat this season. Where has he impressed you the most tonight?
He's made some really good plays, and he's made some bad plays, so we need to make sure he makes all good plays in the second half. I'm not real happy. We had this team where we wanted them, and they got back in the game, so now the second half is going to be a dogfight.
You talk about the second half being a dogfight. This offense a little bit different under Hopper this year. So what are some adjustments that need to be made come the second half?
We got to make sure we hit the open receivers and our receivers don't drop the ball. I think we have 2 or 3 drops tonight. We can't in our offense. We can't have that. So hopefully we shore that up in the second half and we get ready.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you,
Matt.
Thanks, Susie. Thanks, Coach Cerro. And there you go. First half action in the books in Montour, 10-7. And Lucero probably said it best. Had them where they wanted them, and now they let them back into the game. And now the second half going to be a dogfight. Coming up, it is our Shell halftime show. You are watching the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette right here on KDKA, plus our halftime show in the back half of this break. Stick around.
At Loewe, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
Hi folks, welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor Museum.
Thanks. They really wore that back then, Grandpa?
Yeah, they really did.
Playing back then was tough, believe me.
Now this is the best era. Nobody could beat that dynasty.
I couldn't agree more. Those teams were unstoppable.
Now, I don't know about that, but the team was really good in the 90s.
Come on, you couldn't catch those teams of the 2000s. They went the distance, literally.
That's what I'm talking about! Yes!
The 70s are definitely the best.
No way! The 2000s, hands down. Whoa, guys, stop fighting. I think every era was pretty sweet.
You said it, kid. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope to see you back here soon.
Wait, your tea?
Seems like a nice spot.
Everybody to KDKA Plus in the Steelers Showcase High School Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And welcome into this show, halftime show. I'm Susie Cole, and the Montour Spartans are up 10-7 over the Central Valley Warriors. Now we're seeing a lot of great gameplay on the field here tonight at Montour High School. However, we always like to highlight what these great kids do out in the community. And this week, with our Steelers all-peer team, we're highlighting senior Dominic Brown. Dominic is a team captain who holds leadership roles in student government, student council, as well as treasurer of the National Honor Society at High School. A high honor student with a 4.1 GPA, Dominic unselfishly arrives early to practice and leaves late to help his teammates obtain new skills on and off the field, and Dominic plans to pursue business upon graduation. Dominic, it's always so great to hear those types of stories, so congratulations on all of that. And while we're looking at what everybody does off the field, we got to look at what these guys have done on the field as well. And who better to bring us that action than our very own Whitfield insider, Carlo Zopko, who's going to show us the top 10 players that you all should watch out for throughout the course of the season. Check it out now.
It's halftime for your game of the week, and this is the Whitfield Insider Halftime Show right here at the Blast Off Cleaning Equipment Studios. We're going to come at you with the 10 best players that will be right here on KDKA Plus all season long. Coming in at number 10 for Week 8, North Catholic at Avonworth on October 18th, we're going to showcase Penn State commit Brady O'Hara. The senior has dominated his entire Whitfield football career, and he's looking to lead the North Catholic Trojans to the title game this year. O'Hara is a big, daunting tight end that dominates at the line of scrimmage in the run game. Oh, and he can catch it up the seam as well. Expect to see a lot of jumbo sets and expect to see him going downfield and catching passes all over the place. We're excited to see Brady Week 8 here. Coming in at number 9, Week 9, South Fayette at Moon on October 25th. We're going to showcase cornerback Jaden Revis. Yes, that one. Darrell Revis' son. He's playing here for the Moon Tigers, and this guy is a lockdown corner just like Pops. Super smooth with his hips, unbelievable ball skills, and he has some return game to him as well. Look for Jaden Revis to be showing the no-fly zone over Moon all year long. At number 8, we're going to go to Week 6, Trinity at Thomas Jefferson. Our spotlight player of the game is Trinity quarterback Jonah Williamson. Williamson is unbelievable at creating situations out in the pocket and finding the ball carrier downfield. He can run the rock and he can throw it at all 3 levels of the field. Look for Williamson to be showcased all year long for the Trinity Pillars. At number 7, it's your Week 0 game this week, Central Valley at Montour. The spotlight player is Central Valley do-it-all running back Jance Henry. Henry is an absolute menace to get down on the ground, and he is only a super sophomore. He will be terrorizing the Whitfield for the next 3 seasons. Henry has Division I and Power 5 offers all throughout the country, and I would expect more coming on the way. Trust me, you're going to want to tune in the rest of the second half to see what he can do. At number 6, we're going to show some love to the big fellas. Week 3, Steel Valley at South Park. The James Madison commit Parker Cunningham is our spotlight player of the game. Cunningham can do it all at the offensive tackle position. He'll be playing tackle, he'll be playing defensive end. He's a mauler in the run game, and he has feet to pass protect. Parker Cunningham and his twin brother, look to be paving the way. We're looking forward to this Week 3 matchup.
There we go. Oh, I'm loud. Okay,
at number 5, we're going to Week 2, Central Catholic at Woodland Hills, a rivalry as old as time. Our spotlight player of the game is slot receiver Scoop Smith. Smith is only a junior, and he has verified 40 times at 4.4 flat. He's the fastest player in the WPIAL, and look for Woodland Hills to get him the ball in space or take it over the top. Look for Scoop Smith to make some big plays Week 2. At number 4, we're going to Week 5. Peters Township at Upper St. Clair. The Battle of the South Hills, and the guy that's going to control the entire game is junior superstar quarterback Nolan DeLucia. They won the Whitfield title with him last year, and they're looking to repeat this year. Nolan can make plays all over the field, make plays on the ground, and all 3 levels throwing the ball. Expect Nolan DeLucia to put up an unbelievable junior season. At number 3, we're going to Week 7, Fort Cherry at Bishop Canavan, and who else could we pick? It's Super Junior now. Quarterback Matt Sigg for the Fort Cherry Rangers. He's the first player since Terrell Pryor to run for 1,000 yards and pass for 1,000 yards in the same season. Head coach Tanner Gary can't speak enough about this kid. He's a 4-star athlete. Who knows where he will be playing at the next level position-wise, but I can guarantee you this, he will see the field early. Look for Matt Sigg to be making plays all over the place Week 7. At number 2, we're going to Week 1, Plum at Latrobe. Latrobe bumping up to 5A this year with the big guys. They're going to need a big hitter, and they have that in senior linebacker Alex Tash. Tash is your Spotlight Player of the Week. The Penn State commit, 4-star recruit, has been making plays his entire Whitfield career. Last year, he had 3 pick sixes, an unbelievable number of sacks, and he can get it done on the ground offensively as well. The Latrobe Wildcats are a team to watch in 5A, and Tash is the reason why. We're excited to showcase him next week. At number 1, it can't be anybody else. Week 4, we will be going to Penn Hills as they face the Aliquippa Quips. The Spotlight Player of the game is do-it-all Penn State commit Tyke Hayes. Hayes was the State Player of the Year last year as he led the Quips to the 4A state title. The Quips are the heavy favorite in 4A, and Hayes is the reason why. He ran for over 1,500 yards last year and 1,500 yards his sophomore year, not to mention leading his team to the state championship as a freshman. His accolades are through and through. Hayes is looking to have a dominant senior year, and you can catch him week 4 right here on KDKA+. That'll do it for this week's countdown. Can't wait to join you all again next week. Back to Montour and you, Susie Cole.
Thanks so much, Carlo. We always look forward to seeing those each and every week. And everybody, it's week 0. The Montour Spartans are up 10-7 over the Central Valley Warriors. We're going to head to a break right now on the Shell Halftime Show right here on KDKA+.
Hey, Ma, where's the dock?
It's in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Today is the day. Let's take a quick look at the weather and traffic. It's a chilly 22 degrees out there, so bundle up. We'll be hanging out all day, so don't forget to stop by and see us, grab some hot chocolate, and support a great cause.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspections and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
Welcome back to the Shell Halftime Show. We're at Montour High School, where the Montour Spartans are up 10-7 over the Central Valley Warriors. And this is week 0 of the Steelers High School Football Showcase, and we're bringing it to you all season long on KDKA+. So I think right now, Matt and JP, would be a great time to check out the rest of the schedule because we still have 9 more weeks on tap. What do you guys think of it?
Yeah, let's take a look at it, Susie. It is going to be an exciting season of high school football. We're covering 20 different teams, 5 different counties, 9 more weeks after this week. Let's take a look at it. If you haven't seen it already, here it is, the schedule of our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Next week, the Plum Mustangs take on the Latrobe Wildcats. looking forward to that matchup. Latrobe moving up from 4A to play with 5A and the big dogs. How will that match up? And Plum, the alma mater of one Mr. Pat McAfee, always going to be fun for that matchup. Then the one JP's been looking forward to, Pittsburgh Central Catholic visits the Wolverina and Woody High. W-O-O-D-Y, Woody High.
That one. Wolverina's a traditional landscape there. I'm excited for that in 2 weeks.
It's going to be a big-time matchup and one of the best venues to watch a game. Then the Steel Valley Ironmen will take on the South Park Eagles in a 2A battle. South Park was a 3A school. They dropped down to 2A. Some big-time Division I talent on that Eagles squad. And Steel Valley has the Barksdale brothers. They are a tag team worth watching. Then September 20th in Week 4, Aliquippa takes on the Penn Hills Indians. The Quips, remember all of that drama. They were going to play in 5A. Then courts decided they would play in 4. Then they wanted to push them back to 5. Well, this is the matchup that is 4 versus 5. We'll see how the Quips can do against a 5A opponent on the road when they take on one of the perennial powers in the Penn Hills Indians. And you take a look at then Week 5, Peters Township taking on Upper St. Clair in Week 5, Trinity and Thomas Jefferson in Week 6. It is Fort Cherry and Bishop Canevin. Matt Sig, the do-it-all running back, the do-everything quarterback, running back. He plays everything for the Fort Cherry Rangers. They are trying to get back to that state championship, coming a win shy of it a season ago. And then we go to Week 8, October 18th. The North Catholic Trojans meeting the Avonworth Antelopes in a crucial conference battle. That might be for the conference crown that week. And we'll finish it off with a 5A showdown, a conference matchup between the South Fayette Lions and the Moon Tigers. We had Moon and Upper St. Clair late in the season last year, and it turned out to be a dandy in overtime, hoping that one will live up to the hype late in the season in that final game of the regular season. I know which one you're looking forward to the most, but what else stands out to you in this schedule here for our Steeler High School Showcase?
Well, I'm not going to give you the answer you want to hear, but I got to give you credit when it's due. Last season, I think you picked every single game. It was a one-score game. So I hope this year we have the same type of competitiveness and close games like we did last year.
No, I agree with you. That's what we're always hoping for, is a close game on a Friday night to bring it to you. And we're hoping that that's going to be the case again in 2024. But still so many great high school athletes to showcase, and we're looking forward to doing it. Let's take a look at the stats of this first half. First half stats. Thanks to Jamie Usual for calculating. I think we had some technical difficulties there, but I'll tell you some of the stats there. Montour had 160 yards of total offense compared to Central Valley's 153, so pretty even there. And, of course, from a penalty yard situation, Montour 71 yards of penalty yards, just to 13 of Central Valley, and 153 yards of offense for the Warriors.
But I'll tell you what the X factor, what the difference maker was in the first half. It was the turnovers, and we talked about it pregame. Central Valley threw 2 interceptions, and they got stuffed on 4th down. So Montour should be up. To only be up by 3 points, that's almost not looking too good coming in the second half, but they got to capitalize.
Let's take a look at the Giant Eagle first half highlights. Rutherford trying to find some space, ends up unbelievable interception by Daniel Batch to set up the Spartans here.
Yeah, he undercuts the route in man coverage, bets on his speed, great closing speed, great ball skills there, and starts the game off right for Montour.
That was finished off. Batch gets the turnover, Batch gets the touchdown, plunges in. Montour takes a 10-0 lead after that field goal early. Then the interception by DeMichael. Don't like the throwing of the football, but an unbelievable heads-up play there. Central Valley, they'd rally after this defensive score. Montour wasn't able to punch it in there.
Yeah, Central Valley has been beating themselves so far in the first half, but got to give credit to Montour's defense. They've been forcing turnovers, making good plays on the ball, so Central Valley needs to be more poised. They got to get used to the rhythm of the second half here and settle in, and I look forward to them doing that.
You saw Jance Henry getting in late in the second quarter to plunge in for that touchdown that has now the Warriors trailing just by 3, 10-7 here at halftime. You see the Montour Spartan Band, one of the best in the WPIAL, striking up a tune. They're headed off the field. That means the players are about to head on the field. Coming up next, a special guest joins us in the booth. You're watching live coverage of the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Stick around.
world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever.
Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Macero Corporation has been a commercial general contractor in Pittsburgh since 1967. But did you know that we also have an agency construction management firm? Macero Construction Management Services can be your advocate when building or renovating your new school. If you're a school superintendent, business manager, or school board member and have a new construction project on the horizon, Macero CMS can provide you with the complete construction management services you need for a successful project delivered safely, on time, and on budget. Visit MaceroCG.com for more information.
And we're back to Montour and Thomas J. Burko Memorial Stadium, and we welcome you into the broadcast booth where we have a very special guest joining us here at halftime. It's former Pittsburgh Steeler Arthur Moats joining us. Back with Johnny Patrician, I'm Matt Fargo. Happy to have you here at halftime. Happy to have you. Arthur Moats is in the building.
Hey, man, glad to be here with you guys, man. I got a football guy in the building. Got
Yes,
my guy,
sir.
Matt, man. You've upgraded a lot since last time we were in the booth together. I'm just throwing it out here, man.
I appreciate you. Welcome to the new digs.
I like it a lot, man.
And high school football for you, man. I know you're so passionate. You come out here each and every year to the Steelers Showcase, and now we're stepping it up here on TV. But you have to love this, and it has to be a little blast from the past and throwing it back to your high school days, too.
Of course, man. Whenever you get a chance to come out here and be under these lights, this is where it's the purest. This is where, before you start talking scholarships, before you start talking professional contracts, this is just, I want to play ball. You see right here, man, that's a young Arthur Moats, man, back in my heyday. Yes, man. But some of my favorite memories are right here on this practice or on this high school football field, man.
Yeah, you played high school football in Virginia. We have a matchup between Spartans and Warriors, but your high school mascot was pretty unique. Wasn't
The
it?
good old Churchland Truckers, baby.
Churchland Truckers.
You know, Arthur, I know you're from Virginia, but can you tell that high school football means something here? People talk about the rich tradition and history of Western Pennsylvania football. Speak on that a little bit.
Oh, absolutely, man. You could definitely see the tradition. Obviously, where I'm from, football is big. And when I come up here and I can see how packed the stands are, but the thing that really gets me is seeing the young kids. You look at the guys that are going to be playing their games. I think I was talking to some of the younger kids. They said, yeah, we play on Sunday, man, but they got their jerseys out here. And it's like, yeah, I play running back. I play linebacker. What position do you play? And it's just so cool to see at that age. But this is what you get. This is what football is all about. And how do you keep it going? You have to inspire the youth. And I feel like this, obviously these TV broadcasts, man, this is all going to just promote it and keep the game alive.
Keep the game alive for sure. And also, we love listening to you on Steelers Nation Radio with Wes Yoler.
That's my guy right there.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Your thoughts on the season coming up now, the preseason? We're one game away from the preseason being locked up.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I feel like, obviously, man, we have a lot of pieces in place, especially on the defense. The defense, man, when you're talking about the pass rushers, T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, you've seen how Nick Herbig has been playing in the preseason as well, and we know Patrick Queen is ready to dominate this year. So I feel confident over there. We think the big question starts with offense, though, right? And we got to see, man, in terms of Russ coming out the gate or if it's Phils, we'll obviously wait to see what the coach says. But whichever one of those guys, man, as long as they're producing, I feel like everything else works out just fine.
No doubt about it. I know you're down to the sideline and you're watching this game intently. What do you make out of the first half of the Warriors and Spartans here?
Daniel Batch, I'm a fan. I'm a fan, man. Between the one hand this way, you're scoring a touchdown over here. For me, I just love seeing good play. I also love the fact that with Montour, man, they're trying to be a little physical out here. But also listening to what you said, when you look at that scoreboard, it's a little too close for my liking because obviously with CV, they haven't had the cleanest of halves.
Right, Montour, they dominated the turnover battle, they dominated the time of possession, and they're only up by 3. You have to feel good if you're Central Valley coming in the second half, getting the ball too.
Absolutely. You're telling yourselves we can't play any worse than what we just did. If we come out here and execute, we can get after them right now.
Hanging out with Arthur Moats, former Pittsburgh Steeler. And Arthur, last thing for you, you've lived the dream. Playing high school football, played at JMU, and then got into the National Football League. That's the dream. What do you tell a high school athlete between the white lines that has that dream in order to end up living it?
Man, well, the thing is, it's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take a lot of sacrifice. But at the same time, breathe and enjoy the process. That's one of the things that I've talked about, kind of regretting at this level. It was like, man, you don't take advantage of those high school recruiting letters. You don't think of, man, the time that we're spending just with us high school kids, man. You're just so enamored with what's next. Where's the next offer? What do I need to do? And you don't appreciate it. So that's the one thing that I would say. Anybody out here that's really trying to be competitive and want to take it to the next level, it's going to take a lot of work, but just make sure you're enjoying that process as well.
You echo that, JP?
I agree 1,000%. It's the illusion of the destination. Everybody wants to, I want to go play D1. I want to go play college. And then when you get there, it's, I want to go to the league. You enjoy high school football. It's the most genuine football there is.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Arthur, thanks so much for taking some time and hanging out with us on this Friday night.
Always a blast, man. Look forward to the next time with you guys as well, man.
Absolutely. Thanks to Arthur Moats for hanging out with us at halftime. When we come back, we're going to get you ready for the second half. Montour, Central Valley, Week 0 across the WPIAL. Second half action of the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Coming back at you after this break. And we welcome you back to Thomas J. Burko Memorial Stadium. Montour 7, Central Valley. Montour 10, Central Valley 7. As we get you ready for the third quarter between the Spartans and the Warriors with Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool. Matt Fargo with you for this first week of high school football in the WPIAL. A lot of good matchups around the WPIAL this week.
Especially at the Wolverina tomorrow.
That's right. Going to be a good matchup. Central Catholic playing to that. Clarendon, Steel Valley. Curious about that matchup.
I'm worried about my Central Catholic Vikings. They're playing
as am I, my friend. From the 10, Central Valley on the return. It is Aaron Lawson. Lawson needs about Lawson won't go down. Oh, my goodness. To the 31-yard line. Let's go down to Susie Cole, who talked with Coach Mark Lyons.
Thanks, Matt. Central Valley head coach Mark Lyons really liked the Warriors' finish to the second quarter. They didn't hang their heads, dodged a couple of bullets early on, and I talked about learning about those ebbs and flows that they're going to experience this season. Lyons said this response that they had in that first half is exactly what he is looking for this early on in the year. Matt?
Thanks, Susie. No doubt Central Valley, JP, showed resiliency. They showed bend but don't break. They shut the door on Montour's offense when they had a chance to go up 3 scores. Now they have a chance to take the lead on this drive. Hard to believe from where it was at one point. Here's Henry getting the toss off the left side and now knocked out of bounds after a pickup of about 5 on first down.
I'm telling you, Matt, I don't have a crystal ball, but I got a pretty good feeling that we're going to come back at the end of this game and say that drive by Central Valley at the end of the first half was the game changer. That gave them momentum coming out into this half. They got the ball again, and they can take the lead on this drive.
Gave them 4, second down and 6. Ball at the 35. Henry, maybe 2. Montour's quickly there. Marcus Battles first to arrive on scene.
If I'm Montour, I'm expecting a heavy dose of Jance Henry in this half. Looks like it's going to be a 1-score game.
Just watching him, JP, as a sophomore, that is a grown man body.
Yeah, big legs. He's built well. He's put on some weight since last year. Low center of gravity. You can see why it's hard to bring him down.
5'8", listed at 204. Rutherford to throw and skips his pass short of his intended receiver, trying to get Quinn Connolly on the pass there. Incomplete, 4th down.
Great start defensively by Montour. You always want to start the half with a 3 and out.
Take that momentum right back. Lucero has to be happy with that. Rocking the tie on the sidelines for the Spartans. Will be inducted into the Seton LaSalle Hall of Fame. Won 2 championships there as a coach before coming to Montour. And a first ballot WPIAL Hall of Famer whenever that happens.
Old school shirt and tie. Not many people do that anymore. Think of Al Golden, Jim Tressel, those guys.
On the bounce. Fielded by A.J. Alston and then ran out of bounds there. Alston, smart player according to Lucero, plays both sides of the ball and has an offer from Robert Morris, and I think more offers to come. And it's games like tonight that will go a long way in doing so.
Yeah, he's showing he's a Swiss Army knife, making plays on both sides of the ball, really all 3 phases of the ball. Certainly has a big role for this Montour team.
He's hanging out on the sidelines there.
Well, when you play both sides of the ball, you need a break every now and then.
Could be cramping up a little bit.
I love the beginning of the season because the sun's up for the first half and the sun's down for the second half, you know?
Yeah. Halajo gets the call and big time hit. Halajo knocked down Tyler Andrusik. Another unsung hero of that Central Valley front.
Yep, Central Valley runs that unique front that we talked about. Mark Lyons has a specific defense that he uses to tailor to his talent. Anytime you have a position on defense called the spur and the rover, those guys are going to be attacking the football.
Andrusik specifically, a 3-year starter, will start on both sides of the ball this season for the Warriors. High snap pulled down, no problem by Hopper, and then Halajo gets the carry off the right side, and great containment by the Warriors defense. Mason Dixon first to arrive, and then cleaning up the act was Aaron Lawson from the secondary, but Central Valley trying to return the favor here as it's now 3rd down and 11 for the Spartans.
Mason Dixon is so important to this Central Valley team, really the heartbeat of the defense, and has a big role on offense too. You see him making tackles sideline to sideline here.
Hopper Back to pass. Throwing, and it is incomplete. Good coverage in the back pocket. Antonio Perry for Central Valley.
Central Valley rolled the dice there. They brought a field blitz and man coverage. And Hopper gave his guy a chance. He threw it up downfield. Really the first shot downfield we've seen tonight from him.
Injured player down for the Warriors. They're going to tend to the injured player, and we are going to step aside as well. Steelers Showcase continues on KDKA Plus after this.
At Loewe, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
At Two Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
I'm attorney Edgar Snyder. For over 40 years, you've watched me do my signature point on TV. But who am I pointing at?
He's pointing at someone who's been hurt in an accident.
Someone overwhelmed with paperwork.
Someone struggling with bills.
Someone who can't get answers.
Someone who can't get justice.
I'm pointing at my community, my neighbors, and letting them know we're here to help. So remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by St. Vincent College, by Loewe Enterprises, promotional products and apparel, by Mariani and Richards, by Edgar Snyder and Associates, lawyers protecting your rights. Welcome you back. It will be fourth down for Montour, so both teams forcing the other to punt to open up the second half of our Steeler High School Showcase Game of the Week. Fair catch called for and taken at the 22. And let's go downstairs to Susie Cole.
Central Valley's Brendan Alexander went down on that last play before we took a break, and some athletic trainers came out to check on him. However, he did get up, he's fine, and he looks like he will be right back at it. He's standing over on that Central Valley sideline right now. Matt?
Thanks so much, Susie. An important cog in the wheel for long after tonight's game for Central Valley. You need to keep him healthy.
Yeah, that's huge for their run defense. Let's talk about Susie Cool's name. As a sideline reporter, can you have a better name? It's not Susie Colbert, it's Susie Cool.
It is Susie Cool, and she's right there with Mason Dixon on the old name team here.
Right.
Rolling left side and just getting taken out of bounds is Rutherford. Montour amping up the pressure against Rutherford, not allowing him to do much. Second down.
He's been running all night long, it seems like. Central Valley really hasn't given him many opportunities to stay in the pocket and look downfield, you know, like a 5-step or a 7-step drop. They're getting him out on the perimeter with bootlegs, naked bootlegs, trying to throw on the run. But those are hard throws to make.
Cole Medilli was the guy who got to him. Here's Henry. Fights off a couple hand tackles and now trips up. Turf Monster got him, and almost lucky it did because he gets the first down, but I don't think if he was able to not get tripped up, JP, he might have been off for even more.
Yeah, he was slowed down in the backfield, has the speed to get around the end. That's rare. Those are the type of players in high school football that make or break a game.
It's third down and 1, so he's shy of the first down. They go with that full house look, and they get the first down. That has been their go-to in short yardage situations, and more times than not tonight, it's worked.
Yeah, the full house situation has worked, and 3rd and short, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1. But they ran it on that 4th and 5, which I thought was a bad call. But in short yardage situations, it seems to work pretty well.
Kelly Automotive first down. Central Valley fans getting excited. Fresh set of downs to work with. Here comes the blitz from Montour. Delay handoff to Henry, and they are able to evade the blitz and pick up to the 42-yard line. Big time patience from 2 there.
You took the words out of my mouth. What made that play work was the patience of Henry. That play should have been stopped dead in its tracks because they ran the ball to the same side the blitz was coming to.
2nd down 3. Ball sits at the 42. 7:25 on a moving 3rd quarter clock. Henry motions out, and I think they might have had some other people moving, so it's going to be a false start on the Warriors.
False start. Number 50 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
When Central Valley goes into that twin set on both sides and Henry's in the backfield, expect him to swing out to the flat.
Second down at 8. Rutherford barking out signals to his line. Pistol formation with Henry behind, and Henry is stuffed and doing the stuffing. Mark Dombrowski.
That play didn't have a shot.
Dombrowski, 6'3", 300 pounds. That is a large Giant Eagle grocery bill.
It is. I'm interested to see how Central Valley approaches this 3rd down here, to see if they're aggressive and try to throw the ball downfield or if they're okay with punting on 4th down.
Rutherford steps up into the pocket on 3rd down, just can't find his intended receiver, incomplete. Connolly, the intended man, had him there.
Right idea, he was open. Far throw from the far hash to the opposite sideline, but he was open. And another defensive stop for the Montour Spartans. They are playing great tonight.
6:29 to go in the 3rd. Punt unit on one more time. Punt away from Antonio Perry. 34-yard line is where the Montour offense, who has a 3-point advantage still, leads. And maybe the biggest score update that I saw at the break, JP, how about the Cannon McMillan Big Macs leading the number 1 team in 5A coming into the preseason in the Peters Township Indians?
What did we talk about? What makes high school football so amazing is the unpredictability, if that's a word, of high school football. You never would have expected that coming into tonight.
Just check Webster's and you're good, JP. That one checks out.
Nice.
First down at 10. Dump it off into the flat. It's Batch. Batch right to the sticks.
If I'm Central Valley on defense, I got to get some pressure on Hopper.
Batch is down here, JP.
Uh-oh. But Hopper is back there, calm, cool, and collected. He's not worried or pressured at all.
Well, they're going to stretch out Batch. It's good that training staff is stretching him out. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back here on KDKA Plus.
Steelers Style, presented by Neighborhood Ford Store, PNC, UPMC, and UPMC Health Plan. Watch our players, coaches, and special guests walk the runway to raise money for Steelers charities. Get your tickets at Steelers.com/SteelersStyle.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 6 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL high school football broadcast.
By having real clients and producing real campaigns, at La Roche, our students thrive by putting their ideas into action.
The students at La Roche that are using applied learning completely nailed my business and delivered me something that I am going to be able to use in real time.
It was a really nice experience to actually see how the establishment functions, being able to actually work with real people, real community partners, instead of something that was hypothetical.
This fall, D3 College Football returns to KDKA Plus as we showcase matchups from across the President's Athletic Conference. The season kicks off with the Geneva Golden Tornadoes facing the defending PAC champion Grove City Wolverines on September 7th at 1 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
Did you know you can make your home or building look brand new? For the whole project, or just spot repointing, make your home exterior brand new like when it was built. Call or visit Mariani-Richards.com.
Third quarter action on our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. With Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool, Matt Fargo with you tonight on KDKA Plus. There are the faces to the names.
What a crew.
Our JRM production crew bringing you high school football tonight, and not the sight for Montour fans you want to see is Batch being helped off.
He's been the player of the game so far for Montour.
Doing it on both sides of the football, has an interception and the Spartans' lone touchdown.
Hopefully it's just a cramp or something and we can see him back in there again tonight.
They got the tents down here. They'll go into the medical tent. Halajo, a big burst of speed and a first down. Kelly Automotive brings it to you. And for Montour, it was brought by Halajo to pick up the Freshette and in to Central Valley territory.
Halajo has a nice combination of size and speed. He's not shying away from contact. He's punishing defenders at the third level. And he has the best cleats on the field right now. He got the Deion Sanders cleats on.
Got to players beware. JP is going to be judging the drip. Doesn't even sound good when I say drip, does it?
It doesn't.
No. Slant route, it's caught. Bundridge breaks a couple tackles and finally is brought down. Mason Dixon finishes him off, and it's a first down for the Spartans one more time.
Great play design there. Bundridge is on the backside of a 3-by-1 set. That's where you get your ISO routes, your slants, your comebacks. And Hopper was able to hit him right in stride there.
Montour just went over 200 yards of total offense. Screen pass set up to Alston. Alston breaks one, and he breaks free. Alston's into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. 26 yards for the Montour touchdown.
Great play call by Lucero. And all he had to do was just complete simple math. They put 3 receivers to the field, and Central Valley only put 2 defenders out there. So just throw the swing pass and let your players do the work.
Alston gets it in from 26.
That might be the longest play of the game so far.
You might be right, JP. I think you might be.
What we got here? Some trickeration.
Swinging gate. Hopefully it's run better. Kind of looks like that punt formation the Colts ran.
Yeah, the one that didn't work.
Yeah, right.
The infamous one.
Right. There's the gate swinging closed.
most of the time when teams do that, they just want to see how their opponent will react to it. They want to see how they'll line up, and they didn't really plan on doing anything about it, but just keep it in the back pocket for later.
Braden Davin puts in the extra point.
This defender here is so far inside. This defender here is so far inside. 1, 2, 3 receivers, 2 to block 2. This guy gets the ball, and it's easy, simple math then. It's just 3 over 2. And let your receiver do the work then. And he does. Get your athletes in space, and the receivers do a good job blocking downfield.
Beautifully done. Shout out to the receivers blocking upfield. I mean, that doesn't happen unless you have receivers willing to get physical.
Right. I had one coach say that that's the sign of how much you love your teammates, is when you're willing to block for them when they have the ball and when you don't.
Well, Montour doing their best LeBron James impersonation with the cloud of powder.
Shout out to Montour student section. Central Valley student section is sitting down. There might be 13 people in there.
That's not true.
Okay, 17.
You gotta be more understanding of these road warriors.
It's week 0, the first game of high school football. These teams didn't even go back to school yet. They should be here.
Montour started yesterday. I'm not sure about Central Valley.
So they have no excuse, but I'm just messing.
It's going to be a touchback in the end zone. So, I mean, this is gut check time for Central Valley. Obviously, it's still early in this late in the third quarter, but still a lot of time left in this second half. But Central Valley needs to put something together to the very least tilt the field position game, because Montour does seem like they're starting to figure things and things are really clicking on offense. You need to give your defense a breather, and you'd love to go down and answer this score with one of your own and keep this margin down to the minimum it can be.
Yes, Coach Cerro for Montour is playing chess. He's making the game easy for Hopper, his inexperienced quarterback, giving him easy throws, and Hopper's confidence is through the roof now.
And that Rutherford pass incomplete, intended for Henry, and Henry's had some tall balls thrown to him. He's 5'8", but Rutherford's overcooked a couple.
Yeah, Central Valley's trying to get him the ball in space in other ways than handing it to him out of the backfield, and they haven't been able to complete those passes tonight. And now they're behind the sticks on second down.
Second down at 10. Rutherford from the pistol. Option play. Keeping is Rutherford, and Montour only allows him to get 5 to the 25. Cole Medilli on the stop.
This Montour defense right now is playing with swagger and confidence. All week we talked about Central Valley's offense, and Montour's defense is saying, don't count us out.
Third down, 5. Back to pass, Rutherford. Here comes a blitz from Medilli, and he got his receiver for the first down and more. It's Shearer. Shearer into Montour territory and down to the 42-yard line. Big play, and the biggest play of the ball game for Central Valley, and a Kelly Automotive first down.
Looks like Montour goes cover 1 on the back end of their defense, and somebody forgets to cover him. Leaves him wide open in the middle of the field.
Central Valley has something cooking now on the Montour side of the 50. Henry the call. Henry powers forward, and he'll pick up 5 on first down.
Right now, Central Valley's in Montour's around their 40-yard line. This is the perfect opportunity to take a shot. They have momentum. They had a hurry-up offense, a big play. Montour's defense is trying to catch their breath. Take a shot downfield.
Put it at the 38. Second down at 5. Jance Henry. Just a rugby scrum forward to the 35. It'll bring up third down.
Keep your eye on number 6, Ethan Shear, the player who just caught the long pass. Mark Lyons must like him as a blocker because very often they run to the same side that he's on.
Henry gimped off the field. See there. Looks like he needs stretched out. It's still a little balmy tonight. Humidity high, so they give it to the two-headed monster, that running attack, and when Mason Dixon gets it, he's able to cross the first down line and move the sticks for Central Valley. Another Kelly Automotive first down.
Not many teams have the luxury of having 2 really good running backs. Yeah, it's perfect temperature out here tonight. It's not too Susie cool.
Jeez. I think it's rubbing off, JP. Rutherford now rolls, pressure coming.
He's open, touchdown.
Got him! Down at the 1, he falls down just short of the goal line, but it'll be first and goal. Cole Hiltz, the senior. You saw it there. It is the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union red zone.
My prediction was almost right. 1 yard away.
You know what, though? I admire making sure you secure it. Don't even think about scoring the touchdown. Just make sure you catch the ball.
I agree. Those are the hardest ones to catch when you're wide open and the ball seems like it's up there forever.
In the Allegiant Federal Credit Union red zone, Central Valley is denied on first and goal from the half-yard line.
I wouldn't get too pretty here. I wouldn't get too creative. I would run quarterback sneak 4 plays in a row. Punch it in.
This is the mono-e-mono matchups from the guys up front. Henry, the call. Henry, touchdown! Central Valley. Jance Henry, second of the night.
Well, Montour kept Jance Henry pretty well in check in the first half, but he has the hot hand here in the second half. And that's exactly the answer that Central Valley needed.
Warriors strung it together after that 30-yard pass and catch to set him up at the half-yard line. Pratt, the sophomore, to put it through the poles, does so. And we're back to a 3-point game. 17-14, 54 seconds to play here in the third.
And it looks like we're going to head into the fourth quarter with a 1-score game. What more can you ask for in week 0, Matthew?
No doubt about it. Johnny? Just knew these two programs, there's just a respect. It is. I think you said it at the top of the broadcast. It's Pitt-Penn State. There's a respectful rivalry here.
Okay, well, I have to defend myself by saying I never considered Pitt-Penn State a rivalry. Just because I grew up, it was Pitt, West Virginia.
Sure.
I never saw Pitt and Penn State play in my lifetime until I was there.
It's just showing your age, right?
But I did catch a lot of flack when I went to the other.
You found out real quick how much of a rivalry it was, right?
So a lot of people disagree with me, I guess.
I think there's I think there's 2 up here in the booth that would disagree with you, at least 2.
Maybe I'm biased. Let's talk about this series between these two teams. 5-5, 5 wins for each program. And you mentioned earlier, no home team has ever won.
Yeah.
That trend has to end someday, right?
Right. This game was a 1-point score a year ago. Central Valley went for 2 in the win at home and failed. Montour wins 21-20 in the season opener a year ago. And from the 1-yard line, they allow Batch to return this. And a great job, special teams coverage. Adam Sherrode's the junior trips him up and keeps him shy of the 20, so at the 18-yard line for the Spartans. But it is also good to see Batch out there after being helped off the field just a few series ago.
Yep, my thoughts exactly. You mentioned last year's game, Matt, where Central Valley lost by 1 point on the last play of the game. You think they didn't think about that all offseason coming into this game? That was bulletin board material all offseason in their locker room.
But, you know, I respect the call. I think home game for Mark Lyons last year, and it's week 0. You don't want to go to overtime. Let's win it or lose it. At least we get to control our opportunity.
I agree. As a player, that's all you can ask for.
Halajo, the carry to the 23.
I've been impressed by Montour's offensive line tonight. They've been creating holes for Halajo all night long.
Montour returns 8 starters from last year, 3 on the offensive line.
That is so important in high school football.
Halajo to the right of Hopper, and he gets another carry. Central Valley there this time, though.
All right, Cerro faces an interesting decision here. 3rd and medium inside your own territory.
And that will be when we go to the 4th. 3 chapters in the books of the 2024 Lid Lifter. Central Valley trails Montour 17-14. It's the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. We're back for the 4th quarter on KDKA+.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features the Plum Mustangs battling the Latrobe Wildcats, Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Potomac Furniture.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Potomac Furniture Company, by Allegheny College. What are you capable of? There's Mission Control, JRM, Jake, Maddie, Ryan, Corey's head. In the JRM Mission Control, fantastic job by all of our JRM production crew. Appreciate their hard work. And congratulations to all involved. Emmy nominated from last year's Steel City High School Showcase. Trying to bring home some hardware. We'll find out September 21st. And we'll be sure to let you know if we win.
Do you think if we win, you'll remember the 21st night of September?
Man, I didn't know you had vocals like that. But I think Montour's going to remember that play. Montour's Marcus Battles starts the 4th off in a big way.
And they're going hurry up. But Hopper loves the one-on-one matchup he has with his guy outside. Throws it up, 50-50 ball. And Montour comes down with it. Now that might be the longest play of the game.
Yeah. 33 yards, confirmed it is. Halishow the call, and Central Valley reads that beautifully. Going to give him a half a yard.
Well, either the defenses are getting tired or the offenses are starting to figure each other out.
Certainly taking some more shots downfield.
Uh-oh.
Injured Warrior down. Can't tell if that's Alexander or not. Nope, it is Jarius Baker, the junior, getting stretched out here. Did you go mayonnaise or banana? What was your...
What are you talking about?
To keep away from cramps.
Oh.
What was your
just hydration?
Item of choice?
In high school,
I was just saying mayonnaise and banana.
Gotcha. I don't think those worked. But in high school, we drank pickle juice.
Okay.
There's a bunch of different home remedies. But this time of year, it's pretty common to cramp up.
Reminder, coming up next week, Steelers High School Showcase goes to Latrobe, where the Steelers get ready for their season. Latrobe will be getting ready for week 1 against the Plum Mustangs.
Love that.
From Memorial Stadium. What I love about Memorial Stadium, that's the site of the Steelers Friday Night Lights game during training camp, where they go through training camp. And that field is manicured by the Steelers all year round with the same sod that's used at Acrisure Stadium.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I love, covering and doing the games of the usual perennial powers in the WPIAL, but I'm excited to watch two schools that don't get too much TV time,
They got some impressive players there, and here's a wide open Marcus Battles. Touchdown Spartans. Hopper to Battles. 42 yards for the Montour touchdown.
Lucero is putting on a coaching clinic. He drew up that play during the injury, and they came right out of it, and it works like a charm. Fake the tunnel screen and hit one of the would-be blockers for the screen right on a rail and go.
Battles gets into the end zone. Gives the Spartans a chance to go up, back up by 10 from the left foot of Braden Davin. Up and good. 10:41 to go. Montour using the long ball to extend their lead. 24-14 over Central Valley. It's the Steelers Showcase, and it's coming back on KDKA Plus.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed Toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
Get up and active with the Steelers at the 36th Annual Run Walk. Participate with your friends and family on Labor Day to help benefit the Chuck Knoll Foundation and Art Rooney Scholarship Fund. Learn more and register now at Steelers.com/runwalk.
This Friday, the Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week, presented by Giant Eagle in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, features the Plum Mustangs battling the Latrobe Wildcats, Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Here we go.
College isn't for everyone, but from pay to training to retirement, Pennsylvania Laborers Union members live better.
PA Laborers Union offers a great wage potential of $42 per hour and terrific health benefits.
Imagine having 0 student loans while receiving state-of-the-art construction training. Join the team and get mentorship and guidance from experienced members. Go now to laborparecruit.com for more information.
To UPMC Sports Medicine, a huge center of excellence built by Freddie Fu.
A fantastic, world-renowned place where we see athletes, we see patients of all walks of life, world-renowned surgeons.
Primary care sports medicine physicians.
Board-certified physical therapists. A comprehensive multidisciplinary assessment to evaluate for concussion.
Nutrition.
Athletic training.
Sports performance.
Everything is right here that you need. So we deliver that right to you.
Aerial coverage tonight brought to you by GBU Life. Protect what matters now. Montour kicking back off to Central Valley, who finds themselves down 2 feet in the end zone. That means a touchback. JP, I think you want to take another look at this touchdown.
Yeah, let's do it. Lucero is putting on a masterclass. For the first 3 quarters, they threw the ball to this number 3 receiver on the bubble screen. So what they did this time was they faked the bubble screen. Oh, what are we doing? They faked the bubble screen. All these defenders storm downfield quick, and this receiver here shoots upfield, and he's wide open. The defense falls for it exactly how Montour expected him to. But the pump fake by Hopper was key.
Thanks for breaking that down, JP.
That
the
play
game within the game.
That touchdown was set up for 3 quarters, and they let Central Valley see that bubble screen 8 times.
And it's for the Saturday morning quarterbacks in high school football. The parents in the stands that go, how did he get that wide open?
Right.
It's not always the kid's fault. It's schematics. It's designed to trick you.
Right. After they run that bubble screen 8 times, all those defenders were expecting it. And then Battles acted like he was blocking and ran right past them.
2nd down and 4. And Henry running with purpose for a first down. Brought to you by Kelly Automotive. Fresh set of downs for the Warriors.
I don't want to be presumptuous, but Central Valley's down 2 scores. The clock's ticking. They need production on this drive.
Yeah, it's not yet in hurry-up time, but you need to have some pace.
A little sense of urgency.
Yes. 9:40. Clock winds here in the 4th. Montour leads it by 10. Rutherford, option play, and doesn't matter who gets the ball, it's going nowhere. Montour all over it.
I would love to break that play down. Okay, I mentioned earlier, Central Valley is running so often to the tight end side. I think Montour figured that out. It's called zone ugly. Play it. Henry gets the ball to that side, and Montour is expecting it. We call that zone ugly when the running back gets the handoff and goes to the same side he got the handoff on. Tendencies are so important.
2nd down at 11 from the 36. Rutherford back to pass. Steps up. Moves to his right. Rutherford with pressure. Misses a batch there, providing the pressure. And then sidesteps out of bounds.
At least he got out of bounds. 3rd and 11, they got to put the ball downfield here. They come out in the twin set on both sides. The route concepts have been comebacks on the outside.
Rutherford steps up, fires, incomplete.
So I told you they're going to run a comeback on the outside, and that's just from watching this game. You think Montour's been watching film all week? They didn't know that?
Right. So now it's 4th and 14. You're down 2 scores. Looks like Central Valley's going to play the field position game and hope the defense can turn into maybe some offense.
I'm sure Mark Lyons would love to gamble on 4th down, but you can't this
Not
far
on 4th
behind.
and 14.
Right, you can't this far behind the sticks.
Antonio Perry to punt for Central Valley.
Montour still has their defense on the field. And punt safe.
Takes a bounce right at the 38-yard line. Montour, a 10-point lead. They're going to get the ball back. Can they run it out and be the first in this rivalry to win at home? That answer on the back half of this break on KDKA Plus. Steel City Steelers High School Showcase in the Steel City on this Friday night. All presented to you by Giant Eagle and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. 24-14 aerial coverage tonight. Brought to you by GBU Life. Getting a look at the Central Valley cheerleaders.
Now look at the student section.
You have just, what did the Central Valley student section ever do to you?
Nothing, but where's the pride? You got a great team. But if you're Montour, this is a statement drive opportunity here. You can close out this game. You're already up 2 scores. You got the ball back. You can run it down Central Valley's throat and put this game away.
How about the performance, JP, of Trey Hopper?
He's exceeded my expectations tenfold. He's been great. He's playing mistake-free football. He's making all the throws he needs to. He looks calm, cool, and collected. He's playing great.
First and 10 for Hopper in the Montour offense. We'll go back to pass. Hopper going to test it one more time down the field and almost threw a pick. Central Valley's Jaden Underwood had a shot at giving the Warriors back the football in a hurry.
Bunbridge had a couple steps right there. The ball was a little bit overthrown, but I'm surprised of Montour's play decision there.
Yeah.
I talked about running the ball down the field, and they go deep on the first play. Maybe trying to catch Central Valley off guard.
I think odds are a run here after the near interception. What do you think?
Central Valley showing man coverage.
Nope, sure enough. Another pass, and this time an incomplete pass. Sherrod's the intended, or a bigger part in James Bunbridge, again, the intended receiver. Now it's 3rd down and 10. They haven't taken much of time off the clock.
Maybe 4 seconds. More often than not, when Montour goes a 3-by-1 set to the field and Bunbridge is in the boundary, he's going to hit that slant window. And it's an easy pitch and catch for Hopper, but Central Valley was expecting it there.
Hopper throwing again, 3rd time, and Batch can't get it, but they throw a flag. Coverage was B.J. Nastic.
That's unfortunate for Nastic. He was in great position, but the ball was underthrown, so it caused the receiver to slow down and draw the interference.
Going to check the official call here.
Interference. Defense number 23. That's 15 yards from the previous spot. Results in a first down.
Man, that's a killer on 3rd and 10 to bail out the offense like that.
I don't know, JP.
He was in great position.
Yeah, I think that's good coverage. Montour gets a fresh set of downs because of it. I mean, as they hand it off on 1st down, I mean, you think about that, JP, what would have been 3 straight incomplete passes, a 3 and out. Montour offense off the field. Central Valley gets the ball back with 8 minutes basically left to go. Anything can happen. We know the Central Valley's capable of going down and scoring. They've done that tonight. But instead, Montour is able to keep chipping away.
You're 100% right, Matt. What'd you say, Jake?
2nd down, 9. And we get a timeout taken by Montour. Play clock was winding down, so Lucero takes a timeout.
I think Lucero has another trick up his sleeve. We're getting that same 2 sidecar set in the backfield, and one of the running backs is pre-motion out to the flat. They're trying to draw a linebacker out in space, and they're either handing it off to the other running back or throwing it to the flat. But there might be another double hitch, double pump by Hopper. Little screen and go. Something's coming.
Both of these teams have gauntlet non-conference schedules, and even Mark Lyons talked to us earlier this week about he wants it to be that way. He wants to play the teams above them and in classification and good competition. Doesn't get any easier for the Warriors next week. They host Thomas Jefferson, another 4A team.
You got to respect that old school mentality from Coach Serra. I mean, the whole team wore shirt and ties into the stadium today, so what do you expect?
Yeah, both of these communities and programs, class acts.
Pay attention to this set in the backfield. One of these guys is going to leave early.
There it is. And an option play for Hopper that doesn't go anywhere.
But another play is going to come off that.
Garovac on the tackle for Central Valley. Starting to sound like Tony Romo over there, calling plays.
High school football is a little bit more predictable than the NFL is when it comes to predicting plays.
Equally as impressive, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you. Same set.
3rd down.
Wildcat.
Going off the left side. It's Caleb Platts. Platts is pulled down at the 42-yard line, short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
Platts does all the dirty work for this team. He's a lead blocker on a ton of plays. He's the middle linebacker, leading tackler on defense. So coach is throwing him a bone, putting him in Wildcat and giving him the rock. And the clock's just ticking.
Yep, down to 6 minutes now.
So far tonight, Central Valley hasn't really shown the ability to throw the football downfield, so they're going to be forced to do something that they haven't done well so far tonight.
Going to take a delay game penalty.
Every second counts.
5:53. Central Valley does have all 3 timeouts in their pocket, but they find themselves down by 2 scores.
This is a very important punt here. The kicking game for Montour has been superb all night long.
3rd of the game. Davin Nice job punting inside the 20.
Well,
put it at the 16-yard line for the Warriors.
Yep. Well, Montour melted 3 minutes off the clock, and now Central Valley has to drive 85 yards if they want to stay in this game. And as I mentioned earlier, all of Montour's 4 starters in the secondary are all seniors. They're licking their chops right now for opportunity to close this game out by getting an interception.
Rutherford to throw and overcooked that to the far sideline, incomplete. Calvin Smith. Aaron Lawson, I beg your pardon, the intended receiver. Brings up second down and 10.
I like the idea. It would have been a great way to start the drive. Quick 5-yard out. Get the momentum going, get into rhythm.
Almost slipped it. Rutherford was able to get it. And then from backside pressure, he goes down. Amir Gary on the sack.
Now Central Valley is desperate. They got 3rd and extra long in their own territory. The clock's running. Somebody needs to save the day. The Montour defenders are going to be sitting on these routes.
More pressure, and I think there might have been a. I thought they got a face mask rather penalty on Central or on Montour, but let's look at this again. I thought. Oh yeah,
nice play. Important decision here. Mark Lyons is going to send the punt team out. I'm sure he'd love to be aggressive, but the field position is just horrible. You can't give the ball back to Montour inside your own 20-yard line. But punting the ball back to Montour with 5 minutes left is not the best situation.
Punt bounces and down at the 44-yard line. Montour takes over, 4:53 to go in regulation. Next week, the Steelers High School Showcase presented by Giant Eagle with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Go to Latrobe. See the Wildcats and Alex Thatch, linebacker committed to Penn State, and the Plum Mustangs. Wildcats, next Friday night on KDKA+.
How are those two teams doing tonight? Do you know, Matt?
It's a great question, JP. Take a look at that.
Sorry, didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
I know Montour's beating Central Valley 24-14.
Really?
Latrobe takes down Connellsville tonight, 41-0. So Latrobe is 1-0.
Back in the Wildcat here.
Platts.
You think those 3 seniors on the offensive line for Montour are saying, trust us, run behind us, let's finish this game out.
Mustangs fall tonight, 42-7. Franklin Regional takes down the Mustangs. So 0-1 Plum, 1-0 Lebo, not Mount Lebanon, Latrobe.
Uh-oh, Matt. I said during halftime, every game you pick for us to go to is a close one. Next week, I don't know.
Putting pressure on me, man. Platts off the left side.
Stay in bounds.
And does not do that.
He didn't hear me?
Under 4 minutes to go, however, 3:58 to go.
I love this approach to finish the game out. Give it to the heartbeat of your team, Platts, and let him run this clock out. tough kid.
Stick around for our post-game show where we'll name the Massaro Construction Player of the Game. And then following our coverage, the late 10 o'clock news. Platts one more time off the right side for Montour. Looking at the road in front of these teams, Montour will head to Moon for another rivalry game next week. Officials want to, actually it's an injury timeout. I think that's Aaron Lawson down for Central Valley, but Warriors will have the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars at Central Valley in Sarge Albert Stadium next week. And then think about this one, JP. For Central Valley, you open up out of conference with Montour, Thomas Jefferson, and then at Bell Vernon before you jump into conference play. And then your other non-conference game at the end of the season is against North Hills, a 5A team, and you're a 3A team.
Yeah, they didn't get the friendliest draw on the schedule. But if you're a player and you're a competitor, you want to play against the best, you know?
For Montour, I mentioned they'll go to Moon, who won tonight, by the way. They beat Trinity tonight 21-0. Tigers 1-0. Ryan Lynn putting together a real program, building Moon back up to the program they used to be when Mark Capuano was the coach. Then Montour will go at Trinity. Mentioned they lost tonight. Then they're home against Knock, at Mars, at Blackhawk versus Newcastle at home. Then at Ambridge, home to Aliquippa in the second to last game of the year. That's a conference game and could determine the championship from what I've seen. Obviously, a lot can happen between now and then. And then ending the season with West Allegheny here at home.
Big slate of games tomorrow at the Wolverina.
Yes. More high school football. It is back. Platts, the flag down.
That's going to come back, unfortunately.
Holding, 65 on the offense. There'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
That was so obvious.
Stats for both. But I'm saying he threw a touchdown, 0 rushed for a touchdown, has a pick.
That's good. First down for the Spartans off of that penalty.
And they're back in this grind out the clock formation here.
Yeah, they're operating that Wildcat with Platts. I mean, what a night for Hopper. That's my story tonight. I'm so impressed with Trey Hopper, and what a luxury for Lucero to jump from one of the best in Jake Wolf to now a great option in Trey Hopper and what he can lead this Spartans team to. They felt like they had a championship contender a season ago, got all the way to the semifinals, a game away from the championship, and feel like Montour has enough to get back there again.
I couldn't agree more. Coming into tonight, that was the only question mark we talked about.
Yeah.
And Hopper more than exceeded expectation, played an almost perfect game.
Alajo following some blockers here.
I mean, he protected the football. He made the throws he needed to. Didn't take sacks. Didn't turn it over. He played smart. He played an overall great game.
And on the other side, I think Central Valley is going to be fine. When they go into the conference schedule, they're going to be fine. I think I'm going to be keeping an eye on this Warriors team, and when they play Beaver is going to be a big game, and when they play Avonworth, those are going to be the big games in conference see if they can take home another conference championship. You know, obviously want to win every game, but once they hit that 3A schedule, I think the Warriors are going to be just fine and vying for another title.
Right. I mean, I think we can both agree that Central Valley didn't play their best game tonight. They turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, 2 interceptions and 1 turnover on downs.
And I actually think one of the things you said earlier tonight about when they had a guy open in the flat, a couple of times they had Jance Henry available in the flat, and just for whatever reason they were not on the same page, ball overthrown or had to be tipped to himself. And those are the types of plays when that rolls into it.
Right. They'll hit their stride, though. I mean, they looked like it was the first game of the season tonight, and that's exactly what they looked like. They'll get in rhythm, and they'll fix their mistakes they made tonight, and they'll improve, and they'll learn from this.
Scary that Jance Henry has 2 more years of high school football in front of him, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the final play.
Yeah.
Final score tonight, Montour takes down Central Valley 24-14. The Spartans become the first team in this rivalry to get it done in front of the home fans. The series now goes 6-5 in favor of the black and gold of Montour. And Montour notches win number 1 to the belt of 2024. Central Valley falls to 0-1, but a bright season ahead for both of these programs. In our Steelers High School Showcase Game of the Week. What a first one, JP, as we await our Macero Construction Player of the Game.
Great first game. We saw fireworks, we saw big plays, we saw a great defensive first half. We saw a chess match between 2 legendary coaches, some hard hits. And Montour ended the streak, the first home team to win in this series.
Yep. Got it done. All right, we're going to go down to our Macero Construction Player of the Game. Susie Cool has Mr. Batch.
All right, first of all, Daniel, I got to hand this over. The first ever Steelers Showcase High School Player of the Game. So that's a pretty sweet game ball right there, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Daniel, this has been a 14-year rivalry. Tonight was the 11th matchup. Overall, never has the home team won. Well, Montour prevails tonight right here at Montour High School. What gave you that home field edge?
I gotta say our coaches and just like the team chemistry that we have. We all most of the players grew up together, and we're just out here proving everyone wrong. We just love when the media tells us that we're going to lose, because when we get in that locker room, Coach Lou kept reminding us that we never won at home. And so we were coming out here, we just needed to win.
Head coach Lou Ciro said headed into this season, the offense was going to look a little bit different with quarterback Trey Hopper in the driver's seat. How was tonight a good indication of how this offense has already adjusted to his type of play?
We started off slow. I mean, it's first game, and we got some young guys on the line and stuff like that. But the line stepped up. Trey, we all knew Trey's nice. Trey sat for when he went because he had Jake Wolf. If he went anywhere else, he would have started, and we all knew that. Everyone else just found out today, and they're going to keep finding out about Trey Hopper.
Thanks so much, Daniel. Matt?
Thanks so much, Susie, and congratulations, Daniel Batch. He was our player to watch coming in to today, and he was fun to watch today, JP. An interception, that tip drill to himself. There you see it right there, the outstretched arms hauling that one in, and that really set up Montour to go down and punch in the game's first score, and Montour does just enough to take down the Warriors tonight, 24-14.
Yeah, that play right there really broke the ice for the game, and he set the game off with some fireworks, and it was the tone setter for the rest of the game.
It was a fun one to watch tonight, and Montour gets it done. JP, great to be back with you, man. Looking forward to this season.
That was fun. Thanks for having me. Catch us back on here next week, guys.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Steelers High School Showcase here on KDKA+. Thanks to our producer, Jake Mislivchik, director Ryan Milan, and our entire JRM production crew. For Johnny Patrician and Susie Cool, I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next week in Latrobe. Central Valley gets it, falls to Montour, 24-14. Thanks for watching the Steelers High School Showcase. Good night, Pittsburgh.